was very loud, and Will was so quiet. I kept having to literally turn it up and then turn it right back down when I was
It was
talking.
pulling me at low.
Yeah.
That's weird because we have the same little green bars.
Yeah.
Huh.
Very weird. And then like Theo was also kind of low. I could hear Rumi pretty well, but anytime I talked, I was like, ah, my voice.
Weird. I wonder if something was wrong with the upload that maybe messed with that. I don't know. I will check it out because I try to keep an eye on the mixer to see, and for the most part, my voice falls in the green to slightly yellow area, and that's kind of where the three of you end up as well. So
Yeah. And
I
like
don't
while
know.
we were playing, I didn't have trouble hearing anybody. It was very weird.
Yeah, I wonder if something is up with the recording. Well, if anyone is listening while we're going, tell us if we're weird because we don't know. Clearly, we don't know.
How dare you?
So I guess everybody roll some d20s or something, and we'll see who can
Gosh.
stumble through whatever happened last time.
Eh.
Oh, that's promising.
Oh no.
Wow. I think since you rolled a 1, you should have to recap.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
using
God.
your halfling reroll powers because you rolled as a
Oh.
2.
Okay.
Hi, Shelly. Welcome to my lap. Are you going to do anything other than just stand there?
Wait, are we going?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, shit. So last week was Revenge Week. Second only to Shark Week.
They could be related.
They could be related. Penelope's not that petty yet. But no, it was Revenge Week, and so she woke up super early and pranked the fuck out of Annis and Derek. It didn't really work that well, but you know, revenge is a dish best served the next day.
Leftovers.
Yeah, basically. And then there was a lot of decorating for Vivi's party. There's probably more streamers than plants in Annis's yard now.
Especially
Because...
after Penelope ate some of them.
Buck snuck in at like what o'clock in the morning because he was nasty.
Homework.
Oh yeah. There was Aiden did some homework. Annis started making things, and then Aiden was gonna bless something for Penelope, I think, if I remember correctly. I know there's diamond dust involved.
Yeah, he had to go. Annis told him about
the jeweler,
a merchant. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
then, oh, that's right, because it was the Earth Genasi. Okay, now I doubly remember. Okay, he mentioned going to a jeweler's, and I'm like, why the fuck is Aiden going to a jewelry store?
Yeah, fancy bitch.
I'm so confused.
I gotta be blinged out before this big party, baby. JK.
I think that's everything. If I'm missing something, I'm sorry. I have cold brain. Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the bulk of it. It was very much the intermission between a few things.
Sweet.
And since then, the only off-screen thing was I didn't go into the jeweler.
Jewelry shop where my advantage said, fuck you, 2 8s.
That was fun.
I was so
Whenever
mad.
you have advantage and you get the same on both, it's always special. Although it feels really good when you get the same on both on disadvantage.
I mean, yeah, but also, like, when you get the same and it's lower than 10, I just want to cry.
That's fair.
Now I was like, oh, thankfully it turned around. I mean, like, I knew what I was gonna say if it didn't go too hot, and it worked out. It worked out better than planned, actually. I just, what I went there for, I didn't come back with.
Right.
Yeah, that's okay. Because I also didn't realize I did read Glyph a little wonkier than initially. Not only does it consume it, so it'd have to be like the shavings and all that anyways. It was for items, they have to be a little close. So it'd need to be like a locket or something. It couldn't be the hairband, so
it's a good spell, but the component makes it kind of rough to just throw around.
Yeah, and like I get why, but the fact that it's like that expensive, because it's like the only other way to hold another spell is to make a scroll, and I just don't think he has that kind of ability to make something like that. Because I don't know what it takes to make just a magic scroll, like out of character.
The mechanics are vague. They kind of leave magic item creation to the DMs. There's some guidelines in the DMG, but
that's what I thought.
They try to avoid giving specifics because they don't want players to be like, I can make 10 scrolls this week, and then have the problem that Pathfinder runs into.
Yeah, it's just like to be something to store a spell, any spell, even if it's mundane, it's fucking ridiculous.
Yep. Normal D&D also suffers from they don't give out as much gold as older versions of D&D.
I do not.
So like I know that it got silly because at one point in Pathfinder I noticed that my character could buy a town or my character could buy new shoes.
Yeah, that's accurate sounding.
That's pretty bad. How the economy works. You were literally wearing a mid-sized city of stuff by your higher levels. And as a result, anything that isn't incredibly expensive is trivial. You could just walk up to people, give them 10 platinum, and change their life. And that's just crazy. But yeah, as far as 5th edition is concerned, like, a goal of a fighter is to eventually get plate mail. Like, not magic plate mail, not a magic sword, but just actually be able to afford good armor. And for spellcasters who need things like diamond dust, like, you're not gonna have enough of it to just go crazy with Revivify and other stuff. It's pretty hard.
It's true. So. It's true. The fact that it's like only 100 gold less than Revivify is painful. 500 gold pieces total, and it just gets consumed, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, we've kind of hand waved a lot of the money stuff away in this game just because we're in a modern setting, and I don't want to deal with exchange rates, especially when you're running around Europe. But for stuff like that, it's going to be more a matter of like, what favors are you doing or what trades can you do? Because if I gave you infinite diamond dust, then a lot of the game balance would go out the window.
Oh yeah. So, look,
we're working it out.
I'm searching.
Yeah,
I'm searching for a lot of
You have a
rocks,
path to get it now. You just have to get the requisite items. So cool.
It's true. Yeah, I'm very glad. And he's got a picture now. Yay!
It's true. I couldn't find his picture last time because I had to find his name. Because I made him for the first time you came here and then forgot. I guess I can share that since Annis would know what he looks like.
Yeah.
So why
That's
not?
okay, because Iden's about to come back talking about this man, like, up and down how excited he is. Iden had a good time.
Which folder did I put you in, buddy?
I'll say, he in the Discord chat if you want me to resend.
No, I mean, I've got it. I just have to see where I put him folder-wise so that I can share it. Because I'm inconsistent about my folders.
That's fair.
Where are you at, buddy? Are you in the Phantasmal folder? No. You probably should be.
I can hear some clinking.
It's true.
That was me.
How dare you?
I got food.
Nice.
How dare you?
Oh, he's just not in the right folders. Well, that's why. Folders. All right. Just go get him. I think he was waiting for me to give him a proper background or something.
He's like, how dare you?
His time has come, and I will not leave him alone.
That
Oh,
is
no.
what you do.
It's true. Except this time in a good way. They are kindred spirits.
Oh, no.
In a specific
Maybe-
sense. You have very different
And-
views on a few other things.
Oh, yeah, no. Like, he's like, I do not agree with that. However, I like everything else you're saying.
There we go. Into the Phantasmal folder with you, buddy. I'll refresh your
Into the
picture when
Phantasmal
you
folder
have a
with you.
background. But... Do. Alright. You know his name, so I'm not going to bother obscuring it with some nickname. This is the guy that
Okay,
lives
just
down
gonna
the
start
street from
yelling it.
Anna's shop.
Jimothy.
Crap. It's Jimothy.
Jimothy.
Facetious.
Not
Facetious?
Jimothy.
Jimothy's
Oh
a
my
fucking
God.
icon.
Wow.
Look at how fabulous he is.
That is something.
That is
Yep.
something. We had a-
Jimothy. Oh my God.
We had a very fancy morning.
Clearly.
You have no idea. I mean,
He's a
you're
nice
about to.
Yeah, I figure you can recap them in character when we pick that up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he is coming in singing praises about like half the shit him and Jimothy talked about. But also, not everything.
Scandal.
Yeah. The drama.
I'm just delighted by the name Jimothy. Let's be real.
Look, it's very clock tower of him.
It is.
You know what? Yeah. That's very fair.
It's also what I like to call people who are named Jim or James. And they hate it. But I still do it.
That's okay. Aiden's already like buttering up this man. He's just like, this is a true master of his craft. To be fair, though, that shop was pretty baller. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to just go back for funsies.
Fun time.
Yeah.
Well, let's advance the clock a little bit from last session so that we know what time it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say I definitely spent time there, so I would be close to that time limit of messaging or sending to beach.
This is that same pit crew that you made Hither Sack's coat with. I can tell.
Pretty sure it is, yeah. A lot
Oh
of
my gosh, you're
characters
right,
came out
yeah.
of that
And I think Lucretia too.
one. Yes, she absolutely did.
I
Yep.
recognize this pit crew from a mile away.
I was like, you're right. It's
I
got
mean,
the
like I
same
said,
jaw.
I made it a while ago. I just couldn't find him.
Yeah.
But it's fun times. It's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that one. It has a lot of nice options.
Yeah.
It also actually feels a bit more like the type moon art for me.
Oh,
Just
that's
because
fair.
of that, like,
That's
sort
fair.
of staring dead ahead at the camera kind of thing they do.
Yeah.
You know,
Like,
you're
I
right.
could see this weirdo popping up in a visual novel just staring at you. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, just for context, he doesn't just have the green stuff around his eyes. Like, he has a grayish brown skin, and his features throughout have tiny little facets like a gemstone that reflect a bit of a turquoise emerald color depending on the lighting.
I love
Shiny
that.
man. He's like them Twilight vampires, just, you know, an Earth genasi.
As you do. Anyway, yeah, we'll say that your outing on that took a few hours combined with all the other nonsense from last time. So
I mean, they were nerding out pretty hard.
yeah. So we're just gonna roll it up to 11 and let everyone
shit,
resume with
okay.
whatever they're doing. Prepping for the party.
Oh, pal, I'm coming in. Take off my horse head. Wee. Or Penelope, is she right there?
I don't know. I'd say at this point, she's gone back out to like the workshop area
Okay.
and is like getting her party clothes on.
Okay.
Party
And is Buck
clothes.
right there?
Yeah, Buck is stuck on shop duty.
Have you seen your brother?
Not today. Why, is he up to
Has
something?
he? Yes, and he said he'd check in, but it's been more than a day now.
Oh yeah, he goes off and does stuff like that from time to time.
Does
It's
he
kind of hard for
like?
him to check in because he doesn't know the spells to do that.
Okay. I will contact him in just a few then. I'm gonna go see Annis and Penelope first. Whee!
All right, have fun.
Thank you. Annis.
Yes.
What you up to?
Still baking cakes.
Oh,
By now
okay,
she's
okay.
probably icing.
What about icing?
By now she's probably icing.
Oh. Ooh. You know that guy, Master Facetious, he's really cool. He knows a ton.
Oh, cool. Glad you were able
Yeah.
to make it over to see him without too much difficulty.
And oh, he had this thing, and it was so cool. Did you know that he knows many languages? And he was able to, and he just starts digging out his little bag. I gotta go back in the conversation. He was able to find out that like there's numbers on here and it's directions and there was a thing. It had like a knob and you put it to your face and then he pressed this button and then it was like really bright like a daylight spell. And then like it had this look at this paper and then it was blank and then stuff appeared on it. And like it's absolutely a fucking camera that just pings out.
Is it a fucking Polaroid?
It's a Polaroid.
It is a
Yes.
Polaroid camera. It is absolutely.
It's a Polaroid camera, but Aiden has never seen one before, and also the act of shaking the camera photo seemed a bit ritualistic to Aiden.
Oh, 100%. He's like, did you know that there's magic like this? Look, it's an exact copy of the scroll. And this is where it was put together. And he did this, like he had this mirror and he reflected it and he was able to see the words, the primordial words. And I taught him that I had learned about the Fibonacci sequence this morning with Penelope. And it's so cool. And now I have directions. I just got to figure out what these numbers mean. And these elements right here. And it's just like on this fucking like rampage. And did you know
Nodding and icing and nodding and icing.
there's a place called South Africa, and then this rock came from there. Well, it was a gem, and then it left there, and then there was something called a what was it? A oh no, where'd it go? A British occupier, and then the tower got the rock, and some mage had sold off for money for a project, and then the guy gave him back the rock, and he could read the rocks. I mean, like he doesn't have. I don't know how. I mean, like he's like really well trained because I don't think he has magic, but it's like he can talk to the rocks like druids talk to trees. It was crazy.
Uh-huh.
Did you know that rocks can tell you the true history of things and you can't get a false history from them?
Did I know that? Is that like common knowledge?
I mean, it's not. You've never heard of anyone being able to talk to rocks, so.
Huh. Well, that is definitely interesting. I did not know rocks could talk. I've never heard of anyone being able to talk to rocks.
I think he just knows how to do it. I think maybe it's like an earth genasi thing, just innately.
Maybe.
Knows. so much stuff he can find out from these things. So, I wasn't able to, get any diamonds currently. He has very strong feelings, and I agree with part of this. To preserve the history of the rocks because they can't talk for themselves, and they have a lot of history and a lot of culture and just their stories. I get that. However, I don't like the way that he kind of viewed the rest of Phantasmals, seeing as like he's like, oh, if they're already diminishing, I'm not gonna like destroy an uncut rock for this. And I was like, you're kind of included in that in my mind. This isn't just a short-term problem. This is a long-term, like, we'll all be dead. No history, no culture, yeah, nothing. I mean, maybe the rocks will be fine, but then nobody can tell the rocks if he's dead too. So, we don't agree on that. But he said he'd give me some shavings if I can bring gems in their stories, and he'll do it the natural way when he's like carving and then the bits and pieces that fall, so that the rock doesn't get destroyed. So we have a deal. That's good. He's got diamonds, very special diamonds. I just don't have any currently, so I gotta go looking for some. Gems in general, not other diamonds. Yeah. So if you have any, like, happen to know any nice places that are, like, super, like, old or, like, good places to start digging or searching, the more historical rocks, the better.
And it just continues to ice and nod.
Annis is in, like, fucking mom mode, where it's like the kids come home from, like, a field day or a fair, and it's just like, okay, I'm gonna pretend I know anything you're saying. I'm gonna pretend I'm interested. All right, little fella, you keep on going. All right, well, I'm gonna go search for some rocks. Wee.
Oh wait, I was gonna say Penelope is gonna be like eavesdropping outside of the door, listening for like the best point in the conversation to like basically listening for like a lull in the conversation because she wants to make a dramatic entrance.
Oh, okay. Well, it's probably gonna be like right as he gets to the door.
And she just slams the door open.
Whoa! Hi, Penelope.
Hello!
Oh,
She
I'm
just-
back.
Welcome back. And she walks in and is just like very pointedly showing off her party dress.
Ooh, what's it look like?
Just just imagine lots and lots and lots and lots of like blue and teal sequins with some little gold stars.
I love it.
That's all I've got right now.
Oh,
But and lots of like flowy fabric and ruffles and shit.
we're here for it. Lots of ruffles. Okay, I'm digging it. I can envision
Yeah.
it.
It's very cute.
Ooh, you look so fancy. I don't have anything to dress up in right now.
And
Didn't
it's
you?
like covered
What?
in flour and icing and does not look at all fancy.
She's like, Annis, I'm going to put you in a cute outfit for the party.
Okay. That's fine.
Gonna look super stinky cute. In fact, I gotta put Johnny in a cute outfit too. She doesn't know it yet, but it's happening. And Aiden, I'll do my best to put you in something cute too.
Ooh, thank you. Speaking of which, I should probably work on finishing up sewing that outfit for Thursday. Yeah. I gotta make alterations. Oh, did you need and he follows behind her. He's like, he turns around. He's like, you needed my tail, right?
What?
For your, you said that you wanted to put stuff in it. Streamers?
Oh, no, I did that earlier. And she like points, and there's streamers just hanging off of his tail.
Whoa! Well, that was quick.
Oh no, that's been there since like an hour ago.
He wasn't there an hour ago.
Oh no, before he left for the jewelers.
Well, no, remember he told her he'd do it when he come back? Because he couldn't...
Oh,
Yeah.
well, ignore that.
He turns around. Wow, that was fast.
Yeah, I
Prestidigitation.
totally just threw those over. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, definitely. That was fast.
Penelope.
What?
Penelope,
I don't know why I
think you have a
yelled, "Oh,
guest over
fuck."
here.
Oh God. Dude.
Hi,
Who did?
follow.
The fuck? Okay.
There is a
Hello?
gnome in the water,
Charming.
standing on the water.
Oh.
She's gonna walk out onto the water.
Hey, I finally see it.
Annis is still just icing.
So you're walking out on the water just as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, Aiden can see you walking out on the water.
Cool.
Hi there, I got a delivery for Penelope.
Who are you?
Name is Swagger Bailiwick, and I am here to deliver something from Our Lady to you.
Swagger Bailiwick.
Yep.
I love that name. I love it.
Are you fucking with me, or do you really like that name?
No. I legitimately love it with every fiber of my being.
Okay, I just have to make sure, because you tall people are kind of, condescending sometimes.
Oh,
He's
whoa.
3 feet
whoa,
tall.
Whoa. Excuse you.
Whoa.
I was giving you a genuine compliment.
He's...
Oh, thank you very much. No, whoa, that one's tall.
Oh,
Yeah,
Penelope, you are
yeah.
taller than somebody right now.
Aiden, this is not the time. Are you flipping me off, sir?
No, he's flipping Aiden off.
Oh.
No, that's not a bad thing. Oh.
Anyway, what do you have?
Yeah, I've got a delivery from the lady to you. Please sign here. And he pulls out a clipboard.
And she's gonna read over the clipboard to make sure she's not like signing over her soul or some shit.
Yeah, the clipboard just says, receipt of delivery, 1 armor of the emissary.
She's like, okay, this checks out, and signs it.
Okay, I will drag it to your inventory then.
Woohoo!
He hands you armor.
Ooh, thank you.
Do you travel through waters like that?
Yep, that's how we get around.
Wait,
That's so
what?
cool.
Really?
Yeah.
We can do that?
I mean, we can do that.
Like, you and I can do that?
Well, like the messengers of the lake can do that.
Like
Those are
Oh,
the things that
fuck.
we get.
I'm definitely
mean,
not
like-
a messenger. Wait.
Oh.
I'm. Aiden.
Yeah.
Can you give me some space here, bud?
Oh, okay. Can you ask him if that means he can give a letter back and he can take it places?
I'll ask. Just back up, please. That's not backing up, Aiden.
I did. I
Come
got
on,
it
buddy.
late.
Let's go. Come on.
Oh, okay.
Let's go see if we can lick the spoon or something.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Drags him away.
Okay, so like, is it just the messengers who can do that, or like, can I do that as an emissary, or like?
I mean, it's something that you can eventually learn how to do, I guess. It depends entirely on the nature of your pact with the lake.
Oh God. I don't know.
Would you like to know on the meta level?
Yes.
It's an ability that you can get as one of your warlock invocations.
Fuck yeah! Okay.
It's like transport via plants, but with water.
Oh, that is badass. I love it. Okay, so, would you be willing to take a message back? Or a letter back?
Sure. Do you have one ready?
Not yet. Can you wait like 2 seconds?
Okay.
Okay. But not like a literal 2 seconds. I mean like I'll be right back.
All right.
All right, she's gonna run off
Yeah,
and...
he sits down and starts to take a smoke break right here on the lake.
Oh my god.
I love this.
Hey, no smoking in the lake.
It's not in it. I'm on it. Not the same. I'll take it with me.
What?
Don't worry.
All right, Aiden.
Yeah.
You can take a letter back. What do you want to do?
Oh, remember how you said you were gonna ask the lady about the scroll? Well, I got more information on the scroll, and then I was wondering if maybe she knew some more information because it looks like directions, and maybe she might know the Paramodoral and the languages in here, maybe some of the arcane stuff, and that Fib and Nochi stuff.
Penelope just blinks.
You said the lady might be able to help.
Yeah. Do you want me to send her the scroll or?
I mean, if she's able to, I don't know if she's like, can she deliver it back like again?
I mean, she should be able to just send it back.
Would it get wet?
Oh shit.
Are you able to ask the guy?
I don't know. You said you took a picture of it, right?
Well, it's kind of folded up. You see this right here, and it's like, oh, it's called a picture, and he's like shows this really excited little fucking Polaroid in his hand. Look at it.
Yeah, that's a picture.
And then you can see where it's all folded together, and it makes the numbers and numerals, and they're in numerals here. He's got like a paper that Master Facetious wrote the numerals down on, and did he write like the elemental stuff as well? Like he kind of just wrote it in order.
He just wrote numbers for you in order with he put in commas where there was the equivalent of delineators, to use the nerd term. Essentially the ability to tell which ones were sets together. You could see that, and he just used commas for it.
Oh.
So it's not one long string of numbers. It's actually broken up.
Look how smart he is. We got another clue.
Cool. Can I take that picture and send it to the lady so she can look at it?
Well, I mean, does she want to look at the scrunched version, or maybe like, because like this was with the thing like folded up. This isn't the full scroll picture.
Oh.
Yeah, this is where he found the pattern and stuff.
Or you can hand me the scroll later and I can show it to her the next time I talk to her.
Oh. Well, okay. Ooh, but can he hand her like this? And he like passes over one of the candies that's like the Anise candy, and he wants to send it as a message.
Sure.
Thank you.
I can do that. Runs back over. I don't know how to word this.
A candy for the lady.
And she just holds up the candy to Swagger. She's like, apparently my centaur friend wants to give this to the lady.
Okay.
But he didn't include a message.
Interesting. So, does he have any contract with the lady?
He has a contract, or no, he doesn't have a contract. He's a follower of Eldath?
Got it. Okay, yeah, I can pass that on.
Yeah. Cool. Neat.
All
Do
right,
you do you also deliver messages and stuff for Nimue?
I can.
Okay.
We have a whole network actually, but yeah, I could do that.
Oh my god, we have a whole network. Oh shit. Sorry, I'm very new to this whole emissary thing.
Yeah, we really need to make an orientation packet.
Yeah, that would have been great. But you know, it's okay. Can you tell Nimue that I would like to talk to her at her earliest convenience? It is not important. I would just like to.
Okay.
Sweet. Also give the lady a high five for me.
I don't think I can, but I will let her know the sentiment.
Okay, cool. That works.
right, will that be everything?
That's everything for me. Oh, wait, do I tip you or something? Or is like...
No, it's part of the job. Just the job.
Okay. Well, if you are ever back on this end of things, just let me know. I'll hook you up with a concert ticket.
Okie dokie.
Cool. All right, bye.
All right, bye-bye. And he just sinks into the water and disappears.
And she just pops back over here. Okay, that was cool. I didn't know that was a thing. We basically get our own messenger service.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yay.
So I
Thank you for the
passed.
delivery.
Yeah, I passed off the candy, and yeah. Oh my god, I should open this. Did it come in like a box, or was it just straight up? Here's some armor.
It's in a bag.
Okay, what's the bag look like?
It looks like a garment bag.
Okay, she's gonna like
That is
just
exactly
open it
the
up
right
and-
size for you.
she's gonna open it up and peek in and see what it looks like.
It looks like, honestly, it kind of looks like the art that you know about.
Yeah. She's like, oh my god, I want to try this on. Oh shit, but I'm already in my party clothes. Fuck. And she's just gonna like,
Why don't you wear it to the boat party?
I might. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I'll do.
Ooh,
Um,
fancy stuff.
Shit. Okay, and she's like checking her. She doesn't have a watch. She's checking her phone for the time and being like, "Oh fuck. Okay, we gotta get going. We gotta get going. This party is starting soon. And we need to get fancy.
Oh yeah.
Johnny,
On to
you
making
first.
drinks.
Whoop. All right, Annis, are you done?
Making drinks.
Okay. Let me know when you're done, because I still need to make you fancy. Okay. And then, yeah, she's gonna track Johnny off to go fancy her up.
All right.
Whee!
Kidnapped away.
Fancy. Yeah, so basically she's just gonna fancy up everybody. And then,
Right. Define fancy up.
give everybody slightly fancier clothing items. All of them have sequins. That is the
Naturally.
definition of fancy.
I mean, that is the scientific definition. It's true.
Honestly.
I figured you were just gonna have her put what she wore to the Lupin party back on, but
She's
okay.
gonna put that on her, but fancier. It's that same dress, but she's added sequins now. But like tastefully.
Taste.
And then Aiden, she's just gonna drape like a fancy curtain over your back. Because she doesn't know how horse
Beautiful.
fashion works.
I mean, via Renaissance fashion, that's not far off. So yes. Accurate.
And then she's going to hand out party hats to anyone who wants one.
I want a party hat.
Party hats for some.
Party hats for all.
Party hats for literally anyone who wants one.
Is there one small enough for Hemlock?
Of course. There's always one for Hemlock.
Like, I'm pretty sure these don't exist, but I'm checking the tokens anyway. Just to see if there's like a hat token.
Ooh. That is the important question.
Nope, the search for hats only brought up things like Shatter, which contain the word hat, and Johnny wearing a hat. Oh well,
A
Tea.
plus for effort.
we tried. But yeah, hats ensue.
Cool.
Okay, so baking is occurring. I know what Anis is making because you told me before. Penelope is making everybody fancy. Is anyone doing anything else before Vivi gets out of work?
I'm gonna send to Beach to check in on him. Because it's almost noon and it's already been over a day.
Okay.
Let me play the word game real fast, but that's all I'm doing.
The mini game.
There are an assortment of smaller cakes. There is the larger cake for Vivi. There's drinks. I don't know, some sort of punch, coffee, small snacks, like any of the strawberries and pineapples that didn't get used in the cake are set up on as like a snack platter or something.
Delicious.
Veggies from the garden.
Penelope's gonna come and give her a hand getting things to places.
Now, where were you exactly planning on having the party? Out in the workshop?
If that's okay.
Yeah, I would.
We could have it outside.
Wait, in the backyard. That's true. I would just
Yeah.
hesitate to do it in the shop.
Yeah, let's just do it outside in the backyard.
All right.
Yeah, like, it's not the location that matters as much as the sentiment.
Suppose we could find a
Ooh.
small table to put all of this on and put it
Oh,
outside.
or wait. Anis, do you have a picnic blanket?
Not necessarily a picnic blanket, but I have blankets that could be used in that way.
Ooh, let's do that.
Okay, it's probably going to be upstairs in the trunk where you got that pillow this morning that you...
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm gonna go get that blanket.
All right.
She's gonna run off and go get the blanket.
Okay.
Woo!
And then I assume she finds the blanket.
Sure.
I mean, unless it's hidden.
And then she's just gonna run back downstairs. She's like, I got the blanket! And just runs outside.
It's like a older flannel blanket, I guess. Left over from Grandpap.
She's just gonna run by and set up the blanket out, like, behind that bench. And is, like, gonna go ahead and start, running back and forth to, like, help set places and stuff.
I suppose we could turn the bench around and then put the cakes and things on it.
Ooh, yeah.
Turn
That's
it
a good
around.
idea. Yeah. I like that idea. Derek,
Yeah.
go turn the bench around.
Okay. He does so.
Hooray.
I'm not gonna make him roll strength or anything.
No, he's capable of this one. Through the power of raw athletics, he can do it.
I'm gonna mute my audio really quick, but just assume that I am running back and forth, taking care of the things until Vivi gets here.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna leave it short, actually. This will be easy, just depending on his answer anyway.
Ennis is gonna duck out here. I think we're probably going to close the shop for lunch to have this birthday party. Just letting you know.
I mean, it works for me. It frees me up.
Just
Yeah, he
assume
walks over to
that
the front and he flips over the little thing on the window.
Assume that Ennis is also ferrying food back and forth. Food and cutlery and whatnot.
Sure.
Okay, I sent it to you. It's actually really short. Just checking vitals.
Gotcha.
Dear Beach, are you alive? Yes or
Pretty
no?
much. That is pretty much what it is. Like, are you still okay?
You have to tell me if you're dead.
Yeah, yeah, you do. You have to tell me if you're on your last dying breath.
Please,
Yeah,
please
then-
die in 25 words or less.
Tell me your death location. Where are you bleeding out, please and thank you?
Okay, I'm back. Had a little bit of a coughing fit.
How dare you?
I know, I'm terrible. Gotta love having a cold.
Yeah.
At least it's only
Yeah.
a cold.
Yeah, I'm glad it is only a cold. I still hate it, but I'm glad it's only a cold. So I am faring far better than some of my coworkers right now.
Not great, huh?
I'll tell you
Fine.
later.
Fair enough.
Mm. Woo! Hmm.
I guess once everything gets moved out there, she's gonna clean up, make sure she's properly disposed of all of the batter and icing, especially the batter.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that. I do not. Okay, you just see his face go pale. You have Lucretia's number, right?
Who are you asking? Oh, are you asking me?
I am asking Penelope.
Let me check my phone. Why? What's up?
I need to talk to her right now in more than 25 words.
Okay, but what's up? What's going on?
I can explain. You can stand by the phone. The sooner the better.
Okay, hold on. Let me look. Because I legitimately don't remember. But I have a list of who all's in her phone.
If I have to start sending everybody,
so,
okay.
bad news. I don't have her phone number.
Boy.
So,
Sending it is. Okay, goes in. So there's no like feedback. He's just like, all right, hold on.
What did I miss?
I don't know. She's gonna like hop over by the window and tap on it and be like, don't send yet.
Looks into the window and just stares at her.
Don't send yet.
She's telling you don't send yet? What's going on? Why are you sending?
I need to talk to Lucretia.
Okay.
Like right now.
All right, hold on. Let me try something really quick.
I was about to say, did she not? I'm assuming you don't have a phone number. Didn't she go back to Jim?
I think so.
Could we try calling the castle?
I will try calling the castle if this does not work. And she's gonna try and do that thing that happened in Sherwood where she was like, they were thinking back and forth at each other. I don't know if it'll actually work, but I want her to try. Sorry. And she's gonna be like, Hey, Lucretia. Apparently Aiden really needs to talk to you. I just don't have your cell phone number. I don't know that you would actually have a cell phone. Are you at the castle right now? Like, is this even working?
You don't notice any kind of reply or sign that this is doing anything.
Alright, now she's gonna try sending. And she's just gonna send a quick, like, hey, are you still at the castle in Germany? We need to talk to you in more than 25 words.
Okay, the response that you get is, no, following news from Aiden, I've gone to Scandinavia to close up a loose end. What's the problem?
Oh. And she's gonna be like, all right, Aiden, tell me what's up.
Did you say she's at the castle?
No, she's not at the castle.
Where is she currently?
She's heading to Scandinavia.
And you just see him just like stress out. So,
What is going on?
the people that Beach and them are following are already at Scandinavia, or they're heading there.
Uh-huh.
The guy that ate the fire, the entire being.
Oh.
He needs to be careful.
Okay. All right, hold on.
The elemental.
Yep. All right, hold on. And she's gonna send back. She'll be like, supposedly the guy who absorbed the elemental in the library is heading to Scandinavia as well. Beach and the others are tailing him.
That's a bunch of mages there.
It's
Okay. She replies
just,
back to you through, because it's sending again, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for the heads up. I'll make sure they're distracted until I can close the portal, and I'll let the paladins decide what they want to do with them.
She nods. And she's like, don't worry about Lucretia. She's gonna distract him long enough to keep him away from the portal.
Okay.
And she's gonna let the paladins decide what they want to do about him.
Okay. As long as she'll be safe and not absorbed.
She'll be fine.
You Dead Apostles or not.
You can't take her down that easily.
That's something that's not normal.
Well, no, of course not. Of course it's not normal.
I don't like it.
Well, they've got it under control. It'll be fine.
Okay.
For now, let's enjoy ourselves a little bit, because frankly, it's been a stressful couple of weeks. And no, stressful week. Singular. It's been stressful enough that I don't remember what day it is anymore. Except I know that it's Vivi's birthday. And that's the important part.
Yeah.
She should be here any minute, and we'll have a party. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Okay.
For those of you keeping track of time, you've known Aiden for 8 days.
Yeah, it's been a whole week and a day now.
Yeehaw.
can tell he's a very stressed pony.
Yeah. All right, so she's just gonna sigh and then go back to setting up.
Look at all those geese.
They're actually rubber ducks that look like cows.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I
well,
love them.
I don't
I
know
know you're
about
shocked that I didn't have tokens for that. I'm sorry.
Oh,
that.
But yeah.
Did you have a list of the numbers, by the way, that I could have a copy of?
Of
Like,
the
are they,
phone
like-
numbers in Penelope's phone?
No.
You want the
On the
actual numbers?
scroll. Yeah, like
I
the
would have to
actual
type those up
numbers.
for you, but I'll
Okay,
give
but
you an
there is
item
a-
that shows the photo with the numbers and the
Okay.
notes. I'll add those to your inventory, but later I'll update the item to actually include the numbers.
It's like, I'm gonna do some more homework while we wait.
I will tell you, in the real world, you will not be able to solve something with these numbers, just so you don't drive yourself crazy.
You don't think I still won't? I'll do it.
It's up to you. I'm just letting you know this is not a thing that, like, in the meta, you'll be able to, like, number
Oh
crunch
no, I
into
figured it
something.
wasn't like a meta thing. But I'm just
Yeah.
like, what kind of pattern can I find within these numbers? I know
Cuts to
there's
the
a pattern
conspiracy
somewhere.
ward.
Look, I'm just gonna go full fucking conspiracy theorist here. This is whole arc. Illuminati, baby.
I love how Aiden's going full Shalara on us.
Yeah, you should worry about
no,
that.
that's no. That is entirely, absolutely the fuck no. That shit makes him vomit.
See?
Don't you
There you
ever
go.
bring
I added
up
2
a
items to your
nightmare.
inventory.
Ooh. A Polaroid photo.
Hooray.
See what I got. Transcribe number.
Oh, and for Penelope, the item in your inventory, you should be
shit.
able to attune and equip whenever you want. I think it's identified for you.
I accidentally somehow duplicated this. I did.
I changed it
Shit.
slightly from how we said it would work before, but I think you'll be happy with how it works.
Okay.
Fuck, how do I fix this?
Uh-oh.
Here,
I'm
there we go.
apparently attuned to too many things.
Are you?
I'm attuned to, it says 4 out of 3. Oh, the cowbell.
You got the cowbell, you got
The cowbell, the golden fiddle, the shoes, and the armor.
Still attuned to the fiddle?
I still have it checked as being attuned.
What do you see what you're attuned to?
Yeah, it gets little checkboxes.
Where?
In your inventory.
It's next to the weight in your inventory list. I think the only thing you're attuned to are horseshoes.
Wow.
Yeah, you've only got one of them.
Oh, okay. Oh, the 1 of 3. Okay. Oh, snap.
Yeah, Penelope's been collecting stuff.
Yeah, I think she should still be attuned to the fiddle. Because she's been able to play it. I mean, I'll uncheck it if she's not supposed to be.
No, I didn't remember. You've still got it. Yeah. She let you hang on to it.
All right, well, I'm going to unattune from the cowbell.
Okay.
What does the cowbell do?
You'll find out.
I want to be attuned to a cowbell. I'm the perfect shape for it. I got 4 leggies.
But you're a horse.
It needs more cowbell.
Ugh.
I mean, it's a good tool.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are tuning to the armor, so you can equip it, and you did. Cool.
Yep.
Just making sure the stats worked. Yeah, it did. Nice.
Yay.
Hooray. Like, whenever I make new equipment, I want to make sure that it actually works when you actually equip it. So,
Yeah.
hooray. Y'all fancy.
Woo. Oh.
Out of curiosity, are you the first person to hit the cap on attunement? I think you are.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
Annis isn't attuned to anything.
Holy
Yep.
shit. Ants don't need nothing but our fists.
Actually, no, you've got a thing you're attuned to. It just isn't checked. Why is that an attunement item? Neat.
Oh, you know what? Probably should also. Well, I guess. I don't
You've
know
had
if
that
it's
long
a
enough. I'm just
attunement.
checking it as attuned.
I figure I would have attuned to it.
Yeah, you've had it for like a year / 2 weeks.
Wow.
Cool. Okay. All right then. Guess Azune doing anything else before the party?
Nope.
Nada.
Nope.
Just some sewing.
Fair enough. I will advance the time.
Made me corner.
Ta-da! Gonna fast forward it to 12:30 so that there's actually time for her to get out of class and actually get here. Summon the NPCs.
Bring forth the Vivi.
Summon the Vivi. Oops, accidentally cloned the Vivi.
Oh no.
Two
I'm not doing that.
Vivis. Tiny Vivi and normal Vivi.
What's worse than a Vivi? Two Vivis. Oh.
That's dangerous.
So I hadn't looked at the pond until that guy showed up, so I totally thought he brought all the ducks.
Duck delivery. Bought you some crackers.
Oh my god.
Hi there.
Shit. Hi, Vivi.
How's everybody doing?
Uh,
Oh wow, cow ducks.
do you like them?
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yay. Vivi, you might not want to sit on the bench. That's where the food is.
Oh, fine.
But yeah. Happy birthday.
Hooray, older.
Happy birthday!
Happy
And
birthday.
she puts a little crown on Vivi's head.
Describe the crown.
It is a little tiara with some like teal and green gemstones on it. It's totally fake. She bought it at like a costume store. But it just looks like a little princess tiara.
Oh, good.
Birthday
Does this come with
princess.
magical powers? Am I the boss now?
Yes.
I didn't touch your head.
I touched my head.
What?
Excellent. I promise to only use these powers for funny.
The
Good.
big cake with Vivi written on it is for you, and then the rest
Oh,
of
that
the
makes
cakes
sense.
are for everyone else.
Oh, so we all get our own individual little cakes?
Yes.
Ooh.
Cakes for everyone.
Woo.
I think we should all pick up. We should cut a slice for Vivi. We should all pick up our individual cakes and all take a bite all at the same time.
Is that how birthday celebrations go here?
Yes.
No?
It's
Okay.
a Greenleaf tradition. It's what we do.
Oh.
I'm immediately suspicious.
You can roll if you
I
want.
believe it because there's cake involved. I'm not gonna roll.
Inside check.
Do I roll against this, or is it?
Uh,
Oh no.
I don't know that you're gonna have to, but roll a d20 and I will use the appropriate stat. I think you got this.
I was,
This is totally legit. This is a Greenleaf thing going back generations.
Oh yeah.
Generation.
Wow.
look, the fact that cake was involved was like, for once, I am not rolling insight. I believe this shit.
Well, yeah. All right. Cool.
Whoa.
Elves have weird traditions, I guess.
Cake for everybody. Look, I don't look. Cake for everyone's not weird. That's very considerate.
Okay,
The
but
brown ones are chocolate and the white ones are vanilla.
Hold on.
So-
I gotta.
part of the halfling tradition then is because Vivi has that crown on, she's the boss for the duration of the party and for the rest of the day.
Sounds fair.
So she gets to decide when we eat the cakes. She also gets to decide who gets what cake.
Are there not chocolate ones?
Yeah, there's vanilla. There's probably
Okay.
also a couple of pink ones that are just straight
Oh.
strawberry.
And of course, if you have an allergy to something, you can opt out of the cake that Vivi gives you. But
I was like, can horses have chocolate? Chocolate kills horses. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm half horse. Hold on,
Only
I
the
gotta
bottom
see-
half of you is dead.
Oh fuck, no, that's exactly what Shalara wants.
oh no.
Google. Can horses eat chocolate?
Adding her properly.
Just
From the
like
combat
dogs,
tracker.
horses are sensitive to the chemical which is found in cocoa. Large amounts of cocoa can kill a horse. Even a small amount can result in big trouble. So you'll want to take a strawberry or a vanilla item.
I'm gonna play it safe with the vanilla.
I think the chocolate can kill a horse's item, so just in case it
You
gets into
know-
your horse stomach, you might want to just eat a vanilla or a strawberry.
I do think, yeah, I'm gonna, yeah. Just in case. This could be like cold iron.
Wait,
but
so
worse.
like, what does coffee do to horses?
And horses drink coffee. That has been
I love
searched
your
already.
search history.
While tiny amounts of
Tiny
caffeine probably
amounts
won't
of
hurt your
caffeine
horse.
probably won't hurt your horse, but you should still avoid giving him any foods that have caffeine in it. It can
You know
cause
what?
really irregular heartbeat problems.
Oh no.
No.
We've played it accurately. I'm proud of us.
Can ravens eat chocolate?
I
I mean,
mean,
we've established that Hemlock can eat whatever he wants.
Hemlock
yeah,
is
so
also
wait,
not a
he-
raven.
Can crows? I know he's in
Can
a
they?
toy.
Yes. Should they? No.
No.
Food items rich in sugar can cause vomiting, diarrhea, and even seizures. But Hemlock is special.
Hemlock is magical.
Hemlock is a psychopath. Hemlock does what Hemlock wants.
I'm fully convinced that the crow I saw in Florida was a hemlock cousin
Ooh.
because it was doing the happiest little dance when we gave it the tortilla chip.
Oh.
It also ate the whole thing.
Yeah.
That tracks. All right, so everybody eating your cake?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is that
Yeah.
already decided?
Whenever cakes are dispersed.
Okay.
All right. I think the birthday girl should count us down.
What am I counting us down to?
Eating the cake.
When you'll eat, yes. If you want
Oh.
us to eat the cakes now.
Oh, then yeah, sure. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Um.
Fucking shove that shit in my face.
So immediately upon eating the cakes, Vivi grows one size bigger, and everyone else grows one size smaller.
Oh no!
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
I
no!
figured Vivi would want to be the tallest for a day, although Aiden's probably still somehow taller.
We get to see tiny pony Aiden again.
Oh no!
Only one person saw that last time.
Oh no! Wait, what is the size below small?
Tiny.
Tiny.
Oh no!
Yeah, baby. You're like a foot tall.
Oh no!
I think you only
you
get
got it
half
bad.
size. So.
You know how small Hemlock is?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Super-
like a little
teeny.
chick. He's a little baby.
so small.
Oh, we all
Super
have
tiny.
disadvantage on strength. No, apparently.
Oh no!
That's part of being small.
Welcome to my world.
I'm a miniature pony.
You're still bigger than me.
You're what, 12 feet tall normally, so you're only about 6 feet tall now.
Oh no, I thought he was
Alright.
7 feet tall.
Oh.
I'm 7 feet tall and 3.5.
3.5, yeah.
Miniature pony. Hurry,
Penelope
Vivi,
is
get
2
my
foot
back.
tall.
Let's.
And then wait, what does enlarge do? Does it double your size?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be like 14 feet like last time.
Oh,
So then Vivi's
like 7 feet tall.
6, 7 feet tall, yeah.
Oh my god.
Happy birthday, Vivi!
Oh no, I don't like this.
I thought, what would be the best present ever and for you, and it would be to be taller than everybody.
Oh god,
Bro.
I don't like this.
It's only for an hour.
Hi, Penelope.
Oh my god.
Don't pitch your voice down on purpose like that. That's rude.
Oh, fine. I was just having fun with it. Wow, everyone's so
I'm too-
small. What is up with that? Oh, you're a pony. Pass, Aiden.
Put something in the cakes.
Hurry, get on my back. I'll give you a ride.
I don't think that's safe.
I can still carry a lot. Let's go.
What's your carry capacity now?
Would it be half of what it normally is? Because remember, his gets the large size.
I'm gonna
from
math
being
it
a
out. I want to
centaur.
know. Let's find out.
Yeah.
So, all right. When under the effects of reduce,
Oh, I just realized I forgot to keep my accent when I pitched my voice. Oh well.
all right. Target size is halved in all dimensions, and weight is reduced to 1/8 of normal. This reduction decreases the size category by 1 from medium to small, for example. Till it ends, the target also has disadvantage on strength checks and saving throws. Target's weapons also shrink to match the new size.
little-
Weapons reduce. It doesn't say anything about your carry capacity going down when you're small.
Oh lord.
I can still
Oh my
carry
God.
210 pounds.
Somehow.
And drag and push 420, baby.
I think they didn't want to deal with the math of you having to recalculate your weight when you go down, because that
Hurry,
would
Vivi, get
really
on my
be a
back.
mess.
Oh my god.
All right. Boom.
Oh no.
We're going for a ride, baby.
So what's your carry capacity right now?
210 still.
210. How
Yeah.
much does Vivi weigh now? Hold on.
Just see
'Cause
Aiden fucking like legs splay out.
her
He's
weight
like,
was multiplied by 8.
Oh.
Let's fucking go.
Let's see if I can do the high pitch and the accent. Sorry, Hemlock. Didn't mean to get you involved, but I didn't need Penelope to be suspicious.
Oh no, Hemlock, don't eat all the food. Don't eat all the food.
I know you're just doing that on purpose. We can still talk. You're just smaller.
Hemlock is enjoying the fact that, as far as Hemlock is concerned, all the food just got 8 times bigger.
You know, that is actually fair.
Right,
Penelope
so this is
is-
different.
Am I able to, like,
Sorry,
carry?
Derek, and sorry, Johnny.
uh,
This was partially also revenge on Penelope for this morning, but you two ended up being collateral damage. But aren't we all so cute now? Look at little Pony Iden, he's so adorable.
He's got his little streamers in his tail, and he's just, like, having a grand old time, like, carrying Vivi around.
I feel super deformed. I feel super deformed. Oh no.
what?
Look, I can't do the deep Derek voice when he's also small.
Right. No, I think it would be funny if you kept his voice as normal.
I am exactly the same, but tiny. I am the Lego Batman of this adventure.
Just
No.
thinking that. Oh my
I don't know
god.
what that means, but okay.
It won't matter for another, 12 years. Don't worry about it.
Happy birthday, Vivi!
I haven't been this tiny since I was 3.
So
This
can we
was me at,
consider
like-
the whole revenge thing over now, or did this just prompt more revenge from you?
I'll decide that later.
Oh, dear.
Nope.
Buck, you get back here.
Buck, come back! I'm riding with Vivi. Buck!
I'm confused by all of this, and I'm not sure that I want to be a part of it.
You should be
Here,
calling
have some
that.
cake.
Ooh, cake. He's gonna need you to roll persuasion here.
Okay.
Or
Cake,
deception, I
Buck.
guess. You're not lying about it, so persuasion.
I just
Okay,
thought that for her birthday, Vivi could be tall and everyone else could be shorter than her.
16.
He rolled a 17. No, I think I know. Look, I
You
know
should-
wait.
tainted
Oh, wait,
food when
wait.
I see it.
Buck,
I've been to
wait, there's
parties.
nothing.
I know how this
You should eat
works.
the cake, Buck! Oh fuck, I'm horrible.
Buck, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the cake.
I don't believe you.
It's fun-sized.
The cake is fun sized or you're fun sized?
Deception.
I mean, we're all fun-sized
Mm.
now.
That was to decide whether Ennis could even
Yeah, I still don't
keep
believe
a
you.
grin off her face. I mean, I made the cakes, Buck.
You're also very tiny right now.
Yeah, I mean, if there was something wrong with the cakes, then I wouldn't also be tall, right? I mean, I wouldn't also be short. Why would I intentionally spike the cakes and then eat a cake?
Because you want to be tiny? Is it because you made
Yeah.
your boyfriend tiny and you didn't want to miss out?
Gross. Also,
I'm not the one shrinking people. You guys are weird.
you don't have to have a cake if you don't want to.
Just gonna get over here before I end up on a list or
Hear
something.
me out. Hear me
Okay,
out,
but
Buck.
it definitely is only the cakes. None of the drinks are spiked, I swear.
Wait, there's
None of
drinks?
the-
Hold on.
there's-
There's drinks? What drinks we
there's
got
drinks.
here?
I mean, punch and some coffee, and I can probably get some alcohol. Although we all look like children, so I don't know if that's a great idea.
Hey, look. I get carded all the time. You can drink alcohol when you are 3 feet or shorter.
That's fair. Okay, does anyone know if alcohol poisons horses? Because I don't think we should let Aiden have any of the, as she's just walking to go get that alcohol. I feel like it's a bad idea anyway.
Penelope's gonna go up to Giant Vivi and be like, "So, I have a present for you that
Oh,
isn't
boy.
being 20 feet tall."
Hands Buck a beer.
Okay.
And she's going to hand Vivi the cowbell.
You gave me a cowbell?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute. Is this cowbell haunted by a cow?
Not that I'm aware of.
She holds it up and she listens to it for a second. Huh. Think the cowbell is telling us to watch out for the cake?
Oops.
What do cowbells know? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cowbell sees the
Uh,
future.
and I put rhinestones on it.
I can tell. She shakes it around a little bit. I'm a bard now.
Yeah.
You're always a bard, Vivi.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't clap.
This did
Look,
answer
this
a
is the
very
point where that
important
joke is
question.
relevant. Actually, was it? What was the stupid cowbell sketch?
It's from a while back. I'm pretty sure you're in the clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 2000. It was absolutely before that. I'm like, I remembered it being a thing by now. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
God, that's depressingly a long time ago.
Yep.
22 years.
Stop it. Stop it.
Anyway,
Anyone who can put potions into batter and bake them, and then they don't lose their potency. I found that out.
that sounds like a
Can I
dangerous
be
bake sale.
I might need your help in the future.
I am extremely suspicious immediately.
Yeah, that's just better tasting healing candy, but in cakes.
Hmm.
Imagine getting to eat vanilla cake. Smacking a mushroom.
Is he
Well,
inventing
wait.
medicinal cake pops?
I think so.
That's weird.
Whoa.
Mm.
Okay, wait. Annis, come here with me. Come here.
All right.
He's like his little trying to drag her with his little 3.5 tiny ass over here. Hear me out. And he like starts whispering to her. Okay. You guys are doing your whole like revenge and stuff, right? And pranks.
I mean, Penelope started it. I just, kept it going.
Think a really good one. If you can put potions and food and stuff, you should put a potion of sleep in her coffee.
Now, why would I do that? Unless I need her to
Because
go to sleep.
Because then, if the coffee makes her super fast, then the sleep will cancel it out, and then she'll be neutral Penelope.
I don't think that's a good idea. I think that she'll just have a coffee nap, but really fast. So just she
Worth
drink
a
the
try.
coffee, and then fall asleep, and then wake up feeling not much better.
Well, it was an A+ for effort. That was my one
Go
trick.
back to the party now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just extra. Pick some more beer.
I feel like I should do something ridiculous while I'm big.
What are you gonna do? Oh my gosh, wait, I can still walk on walls. I am a tiny pony on the wall.
Only there was a carnival I could go to.
I mean, this
Finally
does
tall enough
only
for the
have
roller
1 hour.
coaster.
Oh my god, you are tall enough. Actually, you might be too tall for some roller coasters.
That is cruel.
Mm-hmm.
What 7 feet's too tall, but I am 7 feet. That's a normal height.
It's
I
too
think
tall
we
for a
can-
roller coaster.
Do you know what a roller coaster is?
Absolutely not.
Oh dear.
It's like a chair that makes you go forward really, really fast and sometimes upside down.
Whoa, a chair that does that?
Uh-huh.
Whoa.
It's on wheels,
So,
like
like-
a train, sort of. It's like they strap you into a train, thing on a train
Oh,
track.
the metal snake.
Yes, but the train track goes up and down hills, and then some of them do go upside down and make you think that your head is going to be chopped off. I don't like it. But apparently some people really
Roll an
like
intimidation.
it.
What?
I was like, roll intimidation. I'm just kidding. You said his head would get chopped off. He is not fond of this at all.
You think there's like there's like steel beams above your head, but it looks like you're going to smack into them, but it's just an illusion. Your brain
Carrie.
thinks that it's going to happen.
Why would you want that?
Some people like the idea of dying, but not actually dying. I don't know.
That's what?
I don't
Some people like to
understand
be
roller
scared.
coasters.
What? They sound like a not great time for healers.
I mean, I like roller coasters. I like the idea of them anyway.
You like the thought of dying?
No. It's more of the thrill of it. You know?
Thrill? Die?
Like, no. It's like, I don't know. It's just like you go really fast, and it's like you don't know what's coming next, and you feel like you're flying at points. That's the fun part.
Oh, the flying part actually sounds fun because I can't fly.
Yeah, it feels like you're flying. Except the only coasters I've ever been able to ride are the kiddie coasters, and those are boring.
I mean, I'm sure they've got some good ones.
Nope, they're boring.
Can I ride those ones?
Nope, you're
Not
too
as-
big.
No, they're also built for human, two-legged. Yeah, not really for horses.
Oh.
And a lot of the times you're in line for even longer than an hour, so even taking a potion like this and then trying to ride, you may.
Oh my god. He would. Oh, that's so depressing.
Oh no.
He would fucking
I
transform.
did look up theme parks in London. There is one called Babylon Park, which is great. It's also
That is amazing.
close to the zoo and Barnyard Adventure Playground. Both places Aiden would probably try and burn to the ground.
There's also Alton Towers.
Yeah.
I don't know. We could go to a theme park one day and like polymorph you into a human,
Whoa.
but then we'll get fast passes. That way we can get through the line quicker.
Ooh. Oh, so it makes you. Okay, so it speeds you up.
Yeah.
I like that. Can we use that fast pass like around here? Can we just go fast
No.
from here? Oh.
It's only for the roller coasters.
Okay. I want to do that.
Actually, oh my gosh.
Vivi,
I
can
want to
we
go
do
to
that?
You asking me for permission to do something?
I mean, you're. Oh wait, no. They said you were too big now.
Yeah, I
How
think
do
I
we
have
get
to
you to
find
be
the
the
sweet
right
spot.
height?
What?
But Vivi needs to be the same size too, so we can go together.
If I poured like a fourth of a smallening potion into the enlargement potion, maybe it would just turn you like 5-6 feet tall. Maybe.
I mean-
Experimentation time.
Don't you have any more of the polymorph stuff?
Well, I do, but I don't think I could polymorph Vivi into a human.
I don't see
You
why not.
could.
Yeah.
It couldn't hurt to try, because, I mean, she's not human. I'm not human. None of us are human.
That's true.
Ooh,
I
we
know
can
it
all
doesn't work
be
on me,
humans.
but I think it's because I'm already half human.
Oh.
I mean, the
Can be
real reason
humans
is because
for-
there's a different spell that does what you want called Alter Self.
Oh, that's also fair.
That's just not a thing that Aiden gets to do because he's not humanoid.
It's not. We got workarounds. He too fey. He too horsey.
Like, Alter Self can't do anything about the fact that you've got, additional limbs.
It's so true.
But for everyone else, you could just cast Alter Self and it'll swap you
I
pretty
don't know
freely
if the
between.
polymorph would work on us because we're already kind of human shaped.
I mean, if you want to do, if you have one, we can experiment.
Why don't we wait until after the boat? We need those potions for the boat for sure.
Oh,
I feel like
yeah.
there'd be like a
that's
little
true.
ticker tape across the bottom of the screen right now saying, "Don't try this at home."
Just like, speaking of the boat and being a person and all, how many do you think I'm gonna need on there? Like, how long do we plan to be on the boat?
You're gonna need to stock up.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're definitely going to need a lot if we're boarding at sundown and leaving at sunrise. It sounds like.
Oh no, we're staying longer.
Oh,
What?
good.
Like over Friday, Saturday, Thursday through Sunday.
That's. I have to take them every hour. Annis, are you gonna have enough
I
time
think
to
you're
make that
saying,
many
I think you're
potions?
boarding on Thursday and it's gonna wrap up your performance Friday night, so you'd be coming back Saturday morning.
Oh.
That's still. Hold on.
You don't.
That's
It's still like a day and a
Friday,
half.
Saturday. Yeah, it's a day and a half. That's an every hour.
Ignore what I said about Sunday. I meant
12.
Saturday.
Hold
That's
on.
a lot of potions. I mean, I can certainly make that many, but
That is 36 potions of polymorph. Every hour on the hour, he has to take a fucking potion. Are you gonna be able to make that many?
well, yes, but also I don't think it'll be a good idea for you to be a human that whole time because you will essentially be defenseless, right? So
But didn't you tell me that I'm not supposed to be a centaur on the boat now?
going to assume we have something like private quarters we
Oh
can
yeah,
go to,
we
right?
do. Yeah, we've got private quarters.
I am obligated to remind you before you go ham with that is that if you are polymorphed into a human in the morning, you cannot prepare your spells
Oh, I know. Trust me. That's why I was concerned. I'm like, hello.
because you will not have
How
any
long are we
class
on?
abilities.
Yeah, we'll only really need you to be a human while we're out and about in the boat.
So stay in the room otherwise is what I'm hearing.
I mean,
Or
you could
if
also
we
bring your
on-
horse head.
If we sneak you on as a horse, it won't be quite
Well,
as.
But then
well, no,
they'll
we can.
know the
We'll sneak him
horse-
on as a person, and then we'll just tell them that the horse is.
I mean, they're gonna notice that a horse didn't come on.
I think it'll be easier to sneak him on as a horse and then have him running around as a human.
That's
But-
right. Yeah. Let's do
Well,
that.
they also
I mean,
notice that there's no other
Good luck
person
coming
on
up with a plausible story for why we need a horse with us, but
You know what? I'm a pop star. I do what I want.
Okay.
part of
And I don't have a horse on my guest list. I just have a person on my guest list. And I don't have to list horses. So when there's a human on the boat who doesn't look familiar, I'll just be like, "Oh yes, it's this person from my guest list."
Okay.
And nobody will be the wiser. It's fine.
Okay.
So we're going to say that he's your service and like a
I mean,
Oh,
horses
not even
are
a service horse. It's just my horse.
oh your emotional support horse.
No, just my horse.
I think
Penelope's
she's just
fucking
doing the
extra.
I'm famous and get a horse card.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it sounds like.
I mean, if it worked for Jan Sax Code, it works for me.
You know, that's fair. We did kind of go in like that.
It's like, surprise, I have a horse. Don't question it.
Mages are weird.
Yep.
Well, that settles that. I guess how many? I mean, you might want to make a few backup potions.
Oh, for sure.
Okay. Okay. I'll start planning for that.
Remember, all we have to do to change you back is just damage your human form enough to revert you to a centaur.
Yeah, it feels very squishy. I'm gonna be honest. Not very strong.
Don't worry, buddy. I'll hit you good.
Oh yeah. Okie dokie. I believe in you.
Penelope can see Johnny with cackling eldritch power between her fingers.
I feel like honestly, I could like accidentally stub the foot. I feel like I could stub one of those, and I just would change back. So I'm kind
Just
of nervous
the
about that.
entire foot.
Just the entire whole foot. Like my hoof. My hoof's a lot sturdier.
So you have these things called toes when you are a human.
Oh my god, I don't think he's ever wiggled them when he was like in human form. He's got to learn that he's got to do the little like, mermaid like toe wiggle. It's gonna be a whole experience.
Oh my gosh, I think I'm allergic to something out here, and it's. Ugh.
Oh no.
It is spring.
Why am I allergic to this area?
Do you want to go inside?
No, I want to finish having the party. Okay, yeah, I want to go inside.
Hold on, before you do that, Vivi picks you up
What?
and puts you on her shoulders.
Oh my god. This is the best day ever.
And is just walking you around now.
Oh my god. Ah.
This is different, but I like it.
I mean, honestly, you should be the tall one more often.
I might have to learn this spell later. Actually, does she have this spell? I didn't even think to check. She might. I've not looked at her spell list in a while. She kind of leans heavily on a few of them.
Someone cast. Hang on. Someone cast Enlarge on Derek. Anna's took the potion to get big when they were fighting on the train.
No, she does.
So
she has it. Yeah, she cast it on Derek. Yeah, she has it.
Okay.
She just doesn't use it very often.
Ooh.
I think she probably, like, retroactively, I'm saying this now. She has it because she thought it was going to let her get on a roller coaster, and it turns out it made her too big.
Tee.
Which unfortunately tracks.
Yeah.
It's okay, she can still shrink Penelope later. That's what truly matters.
Ugh. No.
How tall is
She's
Penelope
gonna be
now?
like, this wasn't.
2 feet?
Huh?
How
Yeah.
tall is Penelope now? 2 feet?
Yeah, 2 feet.
God, how much does Penelope weigh right now? Like nothing?
Basically.
You're at 1/8 your normal weight.
I've been fighting the urge to say the word puntable, but
Oh my god. She's just gonna be like, Vivi, do not put me back down. Annis looks like she wants to kick me.
do not.
She's got that look in her eyes.
Where are my third levels?
I mean, with Annis's current strength, you are in exactly the same situation you're normally in.
I
The two
think I
of
see
you are
that
the
look in
same in
Buck's eyes
relation to
too.
normal.
She's gonna be like, I definitely see that look in Buck's eyes as well.
Hew.
I
like-
wouldn't kick you.
You sure about that?
Yeah, why would I kick you? That's a mean thing to
Are
do.
you just feeling especially kickable because you're so small now?
I'm feeling very tiny and vulnerable.
Oh no. Look, I'm just saying, I took down I took it down once, and I almost took it down again. The whole door of Scribe's house when I was only this size.
Aiden, I am 2 feet tall right now.
You're only a foot and a half shorter than I am.
I am 2 feet tall right now.
I think you're doing great.
No!
20 minutes.
What?
What?
I can't hear you.
It's only for the next 40 minutes.
Oh my god, why?
And then after this, we'll be big again. Whee. You know, I feel like it'd be easier to, just kind of be a miniature pony and sneak into a clock tower like this. I'll never see it coming.
I mean, it's still a pony.
But a small pony.
Doesn't matter what size you are, it's still not really a common thing to see around Clock Tower.
But they'd have to look really far down.
You're not that small.
You're about Vivi's height.
Vivi, how often do they forget you're there?
I don't let them.
Oh, see, okay, that's the problem. But if you didn't not let them, do you think you could, like, go by unseen?
I don't understand why I would not let them.
That's also fair.
Or not let them.
I'll have to ask somebody else. It's, this is a inconclusive study. Whee.
This would have been a much funnier time for the gnome to show up, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Oh well. The path not taken.
Whee.
Just imagining this like 3-foot tall gnome showing up and seeing all of you being incredibly short.
On his life. Then we offer him cake.
Oh my god, no. Penelope's just like, oh god, I've got this meeting later and I'm still tiny. Oh no.
Only for an hour. Speaking of which, before you go to
I
your
was only
meeting,
asked for an hour.
yeah.
Penelope is just like still not having it.
What time is your meeting again?
Tonight?
Yeah.
Dinner time?
What time is that? I need actual time.
Dinner time?
It's at 7.
7?
Okay, our trip shouldn't take that long. I just need to make sure to see you before you go so I can just put some protections on you just as the secondary, gotta keep you safe.
I mean, and Johnny will be there too.
Well, yes, but like I told you I'd do the thing for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just gotta make sure to catch you before you go.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Whee. I'm a small horse.
Oh.
And my speed doesn't change.
Oh my
Right?
god. Oh no, giant hemlock.
Whoa.
Hemlock might have gotten into some uneaten Vivi cake.
Oh no.
Hemlock, hurry, carry me. Take another
Hemlock
bite.
picks up Aiden.
Oh my god.
Whee.
Hemlock puts Aiden on top of the workshop.
I'm flying.
Hemlock flies back down and goes back to eating.
He can get down. He's got those horseshoes.
I know you said horseshoes, but it kind of sounded like you said hoe shoes.
Got hoe shoes.
It's a regional thing.
Doing the accent and pitching my voice up is hard.
Look, I gave up on Derek pretty fast on that one. I can't even imagine what that sounds like.
Whee.
I think I would need actual helium or to be messing with my voice settings to make that work. I can't do it with
Oh
my
my
actual
God.
voice.
Small Aiden is happy. What do I see from the rooftops?
From the rooftop, you can see the back of Annis's shop. and you can see over the walls a little bit to the surrounding buildings, and you can see actually roll perception.
Really?
Oh, you can see that there's a skylight that looks down into the loft too.
Holy shit. 23.
Okay. With your 23 up there, you can actually see a number of birds flying around. And with the 23, because you rolled a 19 on that, you notice that one of the birds is not actually real. It is a clockwork bird that is flying around.
Like, in a pattern around them?
It's
or
just
like
trying to blend in with the other birds, flying around in a little V.
Where is it headed?
Just around. Just flying around the neighborhood.
But it like comes back?
I mean, the birds are just flying from place to place wherever there's food, and there's just a clockwork bird mixed in with them.
I wanna follow it.
You can try.
What way is it going? Is there like, what kind of like, Annis, there's a clockwork bird
What?
in the sky. Look. If I throw food, wait, if they're going where food is, he like runs down here and he's like, I need cake, and he grabs some and he runs back up and he just like tosses some cake on the roof.
Which
Waits
cake
for the
do you
birds.
toss?
The small cake.
Okay.
The other vanilla.
The normal cake, like the not Vivi cake, essentially.
Yeah, the not Vivi cake. That would be terrifying.
So you throw a bunch of cake around, and a bunch of birds swoop down to eat it. All of the real birds get smaller. The fake bird does not.
But it's there. All right, he jumps on it. Whee!
Okay. Give me an athletics roll. With disadvantage because you're small.
Oh, fuck.
What in the world just happened?
Fuck my life.
You miss it.
I know I didn't.
The bird jumps and flies away, and all the other smaller birds fly away.
No. Oh, did I notice like any sort of like markings on it?
Just that it seems to be metal. Looks kind of copper.
No like signature.
No one signed it, no.
Did you see that? Look. I need more cake. I got more cake.
Oh,
throw my
sweet.
cake
I
down.
actually do have a picture of one of these things. Well, here's what it looks like. Ignore the naming on it because we're not using its name. It's just the name of the picture.
I throw more cake. Come back.
They're not coming back.
Did I see that weird bird?
You didn't. He could only see it because he was on the roof. And then they
Oh.
landed on the roof.
I mean, if they flew away, did that see him fly or it fly back?
You could only make out the details because of your vantage point and your roll. Like, you can't tell the difference from the ground.
Oh, okay. Which way did
Technically,
it
what you
fly?
saw is one of the birds is bigger than the other smaller birds.
Which way did it
put
fly?
anything else in the cake. I don't know what. I don't know. I know that Aiden does weird things sometimes that we don't fully understand, but this seems weird for him, right?
I mean, I guess.
He does a lot of
Which-
weird
which
stuff.
way-
I don't really understand the difference.
Which way does the bird fly? What direction?
From
Was
here,
it towards Clock Tower?
it's still flying around the other birds. It's just bigger than them now. You just scared the
Look,
birds,
look.
so they scurried off and they went to eat other food.
They look like those birds right there. The big bird. It's the big bird right there. I need to know. I'm gonna keep track of that bird. It just goes try to put on the horse head, and the horse head eats them.
Oh, the horse head's way too big for you now. Yeah.
It's way too big. He's like waddling around, like, wait, and he just like falls over on his side.
It's like trying to wear a giant boot.
It's pretty, yeah, it's exactly how I envisioned it. Pulls it off, like, wait, no, bird, wait.
Aiden, you're still very tiny.
It's a bird. It's not like the other birds. Now they're gonna be small for an hour. It'll be a lot easier to track them. I'm gonna watch.
Like, what are
watch
you, a
them.
cat?
I want to know where it goes. I want to know what it knows. Whose bird is that?
I think you made his brain half as big.
That bird has secrets.
I think he's been hitting the homework a little too hard.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, did he get into conspiracy theories or something? Hello.
I think he might be a bit predisposed to conspiracy theories.
Yeah, a little bit.
You think Sir El-Melloi would know anything about these clockwork birds?
Oh no, now he thinks the bird's a robot. Like that. Are you sure you didn't put anything else in this cake?
I did not, but I think I might have to put something in a drink.
His plan backfired on him. Oh no.
Don't give him horse tranquilizer.
Oh, okay. Wait, where did I go?
Where did
Seriously,
you go?
where did
You're
my
in
token go?
Where
your
did you come
same
from,
spot on the map
Captain?
next to Buck.
That's weird, because I thought I dragged myself over here. I was just gonna see if I had a potion of sleeping. Knock him out for an hour.
Turn him into
Gotta
a
get
dog
this.
for an hour.
Would he be a tiny dog?
Oh my god, he'd be a dog, tiny dog.
He's so fucking cute. We got
Be a little
places to go.
chihuahua.
We gotta go to the school. I gotta talk to the people.
Well, yeah, but we need to wait.
Yeah, but that means you can't turn me into a dog.
Oh my god, is he on crack? What is going on?
He's trying to run out this he's trying to get this hour done with.
Oh my god.
He's got places to be and birds to follow.
Dude, that's not how time works.
Bro, we
It's not
can
like
exercise.
you just sweat it out and it's over faster. It's just gonna be
No, but
that long.
yeah, but like if we exercise, it makes time pass faster.
Okay, fair.
What do you want to do for
Yeah,
your
I was like,
birthday?
this is some logic. I'm throwing logic here.
Okay,
He's
what did you
literally
say?
gonna start-
I said, what else do you want to do for your birthday, Vivi?
Oh wow, I really hadn't thought this through. I didn't know it was gonna be so big. Well, for starters, let's not tell Aiden that he could probably just fix this by eating the big cake.
No,
Is
then
that
you
out loud?
We saw what happened to Hemlock.
Yeah, she's
Perception.
saying that like when he can't hear it.
Perception.
Okay.
17.
All right, we'll roll to see how sneaky she was with that.
Oh
Penelope,
no.
can she re-roll a 1?
Oh!
Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely.
No, you can overhear it.
Yeah, he like fucking speeds back around. He's like, all right, Hemlock, I need you to
You'll
move.
just get big.
Hemlock is not moving. Hemlock is guarding
We're
this
not-
cake
He's eating
now.
the cake. He's eating cake.
Are you trying to get this cake from Hemlock?
Oh my god.
I'm eating cake.
You're gonna have a contested
shove-
thing if you're trying to take this cake from Hemlock.
I mean, I just want to take a bite. I'm not taking the
Yeah,
whole
that's
thing
not how
from
Hemlock
him.
works.
All right, fine. Contested roll. What am I doing?
All right.
Is it animal handling?
No. This is way different from that.
Oh, Lord.
You're
We
gonna
gotta
have
a whole
to
fight.
roll your athletics with disadvantage again. This is tugging.
This is very good D&D, you guys.
This is
Come on,
using the
roll,
dice that we
or-
have.
Are you going to roll for Hemlock?
Oh
Let
Or
me
am I
update
like-
Hemlock to being enlarged because I put the reduced on before. And then
Okay.
you can roll it for Hemlock, but I've got to fix that first. All right, Hemlock effects. Clearly, this is what Fantasy Ground was built for.
Yes, absolutely.
Definitely, for sure.
All right, and let's add the enlarged effect.
Hemlock, I need you to hear me out. There's a bird pretending to be a bird. Aren't you intrigued too?
Hemlock pretends to be a bird all the time. This is not special.
Hemlock is a bird. He's a bird. Okay, let me rephrase this, Hemlock. A bird with
Okay, now you can
metal
roll
wings.
athletics for Hemlock.
What?
Now I can roll what for Hemlock?
Athletics.
Athletic.
You know, bird athletics.
Hemlock wins. Hemlock successfully, like, keeps you away from the cake.
And Annis comes over and takes the cake and goes, "No, Aiden, this will not make you normal. It'll make you big for another hour, which is even worse.
I will cancel it out.
No, look at Hemlock. Look at how big Hemlock is.
But he was tinier before that. And he didn't he didn't eat the tiny. Did he eat the tiny?
Yeah,
He did.
it just
Hemlock,
overwrote the
share the
small. It
cake.
doesn't negate it.
You will be big for an hour, which will make it doubly hard to go to Clock Tower.
There. How many more minutes?
You've got like more than half an hour left. You're just really hyperactive, so it feels like time is moving slowly.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's actually really funny that in 5e, enlarge and reduce don't counter each other like they did in old editions. Just one of them overwrites the other.
It's hilarious. I want you to know, this is exactly us experiencing Penelope on caffeine. Let it sink in.
She actually moves in places other than in a circle or around a bench, so
He's exercising, baby. He's doing a little pony race.
Oh,
Annis
no.
is going to take the cake. Vivi, did you want any more cake? I don't think it will make you bigger.
No, I'm good actually. That was it's really good and it's a lot of fun. And maybe later, put a little doggy bag.
Okay, I can do that.
Oh no. Oh shit.
she's got plans.
Where did I go?
I'm under you. I'm stuck under you. Fuck.
Did you guys overlap? Yeah, you did.
Ah.
There you go.
I know Vivi's gonna be up to something at that school later.
Oh, jeez.
Just to clarify for the future, you will not be able to like double up on spell effects doing this. This is just for fun. You can't just like half a potion and then half later.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, it's just for right now. It's funny.
It'll just be like a normal cake.
Yeah. I mean, she can
Did you
cast a
just
spell on
run over
herself.
Beach?
Beach is just watching this play out.
I just like
Beach isn't here.
not Beach. Fuck.
Buck, yeah, sorry.
Damn it.
I was thinking because you said it. Yeah, Beach is busy.
Beach is in Scandinavia.
Oh no.
Whee!
Beach is currently trying to keep a bunch of ridiculous paladins from drawing too much attention to themselves as they...
Oh god, yeah.
Penelope's just gonna be like, is this what I'm like on caffeine?
Running around on the walls.
While Annis is packing up the cake, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Oh, I'm stuck on the wall. I somehow got outside.
It's what you get.
Whee! Whee!
Oh no.
You don't actually have the trait that makes you immune to sleep, do you?
Nope, I can't be immune. Or no, I can't be put to sleep. I think that's something.
Oh
Is
no.
it charmed? Hold up. Double checking. It's either charmed or sleep.
Oh no.
Because I think the sleep is an
Hey,
elf
baby.
thing. I think charm is a
Okay.
special thing.
Let's see. Let's see. Hold on.
Let me make sure we didn't miss any of your racial traits.
God.
Centaur. I don't see any immunities there.
It would be under the Fey actual type. You have to go to another page to look at the Fey type.
Your creature is Fey rather than human. All right, yeah, let's do that.
Well, we've done it before, and I just can't remember.
Yeah. Let's see. 5th edition Fey. Oh god, so many pop-ups. Go away.
Okay.
I hate you, the internet. All right.
Don't know how to fucking search it.
I don't know that it actually gives you those properties in this edition.
I know we've pulled it before. Hold on.
I know we have. I'm just trying to find it.
I know. I literally am like, I was able to pull it before, and now I'm like struggling to find it. Hold up. I might have just done it. No, don't tell me more. No, bring me back. Dang you, pop up. Why don't you just tell me things?
Yeah, I don't see anything that actually stops you from being put to sleep. Which is weird, because one of the traits that elves have, or whatnot, like the Fey-blooded trait or whatever does that, but you don't have that. Because you are Fey, and for some reason that's how that works. I don't know. 5e is weird. I'm sure a lot of this stuff probably got updated in the recent redo of all the fantasy races.
Okay, so here
Doesn't
we
really matter
have-
till someone actually casts sleep on you, but
So what?
Now that I know I can bake with potions, I can make a bunch of muffins with random potions in them for the next Truth or Dare.
Oh my god, yes.
I could also probably start selling potion muffins.
yeah,
I mean, that'd be a hit.
that's the okay. So this is actually very strange. So I was pulling up Fey ancestry is a trait that Annis has, for instance. You have advantage on saving throws against being charmed, and magic can't put you to sleep. But an actual Fey does not have that ability.
The fuck?
Huh.
The fuck?
Because
Well-
the only thing that Fey does is it says your creature type is Fey rather than humanoid.
Huh.
That's really weird.
And it's like
That
there
seems
are
like an
Fey-
oversight.
It does feel like an oversight.
Well, it's like there is Fey bonus, and I'm trying to find where they went now. Like he
That's
cannot be
strange.
charmed.
It's so weird. I know it came up before. I'm just really confused because I feel like that was a thing before too.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree on the muffins. Yes. Oh god, I'm squeaking so bad.
It's because you're tiny.
It's like I'm just gonna keep quiet for the rest of the hour. Proceeds to stay quiet until 1 p.m.
Haha.
But yeah.
This is gonna bother me.
All right. Well, that doesn't really matter.
We
We'll look it up
actually
later.
Had a yeah.
Yeah,
I know
let's-
we
yeah.
actually.
We'll look it up later. We don't need to get bogged down by it. It's just very.
Yeah.
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 Anyway,
I
you're a
feel like
horse
I'm
with
going crazy.
zoomies, and you're tiny right now.
Whee! It's just back to the conspiracy theories. I know I saw this. Fuck! I'm stuck on a wall again. Wee. He's
Oh
pretty
yeah,
much
so
zooming
you can
until
you
he-
can bake potions now. Maybe you can make potion donuts.
Ooh.
Now there's an idea.
Get
See,
different
this
fillings,
is-
and then no one really knows what to expect.
See, this is when you just turn it from a potion shop into a potion bakery. I
Not a
think that would be
terrible
great.
idea. could sell, like, muffins that'll make you temporarily smarter to study for exams or something. Or to sneak into an exam and then take before the exam, I guess.
You mean brain food?
Oh my god. Derek, that might be the smartest thing you have ever said in your entire life.
Well, I did have a muffin.
No, you didn't.
Oh, no. Well, I guess your point stands then.
Tee?
Ooh, I could sell muffins or donuts that have Eagle's Splendor baked into them. So, like, you eat a donut and then you have high charisma and then you ask out your crush.
That would have been nice to have.
This
But you
sounds
didn't need a
suspiciously
donut.
performance enhancing.
Oh no. Not performance enhancing donut.
No, go on. I'm interested. What have we got here?
No. No,
Does
absolutely
smoking
not.
sound a little bit shady and illegal?
You're suggesting
Absolutely
it.
not. Do not. Do not. Absolutely not.
I'll give it some thought. It's not like I can do anything about it right now when we've got all of everything looming in the distance.
You're right.
I'm trying to think of what like party games we could play that would take advantage the fact that Vivi is tall and we're all short now.
I mean, Duck Duck Goose would be hilarious.
I don't think we could get Aiden to sit still.
Truth or Dare?
It feels weird to play that in the middle of the day.
That sounds like Quitter Talk to me.
Again, I don't know that we could get Aiden to sit still. He's doing laps around the strawberries. Or are those
Yeah.
strawberries?
I was going to say, that's, well, he would be doing laps around the strawberries if there were any left anyway.
13 strawberries. Wee. I'm just kidding.
There's
a lot
none
of them
left.
did go into the cake.
Yeah, most of them went into the cake, right.
There'll be more. It's still strawberry season.
She's just like, yep, definitely. They went into the cake and Penelope didn't try to eat them. I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't remember. You were a horse.
True facts.
You're not
Only
wrong.
remembers.
Oh my goodness.
I think the next project will be to make you something that'll help out with those allergies, Penelope.
Yeah, I know. I'm suffering out here. It's insane. Ugh. You see, this is why I snore.
I mean, I could talk to the trees and tell them to make less pollen, but I don't think they would.
I mean, you'd have to talk to the grass too, and that doesn't seem like
Rocks.
what?
Can you talk to rocks?
No.
I'm not allergic to rocks.
I honestly have never heard of any kind of spell or magecraft that'll let you talk to rocks.
You know what? I bet you Scraggling knows to talk to rocks. Seems like a very, like, rock kind of guy.
I don't think rocks can talk.
Well, I found somebody who knows how to.
Do
At
they
least
do they
one.
talk to this person? Do they actually talk to this person, or is he just crazy?
He's not
He-
crazy.
He could be crazy.
No, he was really smart. Helped me
Huh.
with my homework.
Oh my god, he's still going. Oh no.
He's trying to pass
I mean, I don't have any
time.
more energy than usual, so I don't understand why making him small gave him more energy.
Maybe it's because you condensed down like that amount of horse.
I think he's probably always got this much energy, and now he just feels like he has more space to run around.
That is
Oh,
actually
no.
very
No.
true.
Might be it.
Oh no, he's got
Are you
so much
feeling-
zoomy.
Are you feeling claustrophobic now, Vivi?
No, not really. It's weird. It's kind of weird seeing things from up here. Mostly, I'm realizing that, no offense, but I feel like I can see more stuff that needs to be cleaned everywhere.
So
Oh
much
dear.
more.
Um,
What you umming?
I don't know. I don't know what to say.
I'm splashing.
I
and
have no idea what to do right now.
I'm having
Would
a
you like
pool
to
party.
vaguely assume that they come up with fun things to do for the rest of a party if you don't have anything in particular you want to do?
Yeah.
We can do that.
Okay.
All right, so the party continues for a few hours. Suffice it to say, eventually everyone goes back to their proper sizes, but not until after the most epic and unforgiving game of Uno has ever been played. Aiden has learned true suffering at the fate of Draw 4.
Oh no.
No.
Derek, his Hula Hoop Wednesday bro, betrayed him with a reverse card. Their friendship may never survive.
Oh no.
Hula Hoop Wednesday was tomorrow. Derek. Tomorrow. He gets to cry in the pond.
I play the card that makes tomorrow Sunday. Now it's even farther away.
He goes back to crying in the pond.
Oh no.
I'm going to scale everybody back to their proper sizes now.
Reversed him.
If Buck didn't eat one of the little cakes, that means there is still one cake of smallening.
True.
Oh wait, it's probably the one that Aiden took up to the roof. Never mind.
Oh, it totally
Oh,
was.
that's
The bird
true. Yeah,
ate it.
you swiped that one for the birds.
Womp womp.
I'm still watching. Do I still see that bird?
Not from down here. Like, this
Ah,
entire area is
Krallo.
walled in.
Do I still see the bird?
No, it flew away sometime while you were playing cards.
Oh, fuck.
I think
Know what
everyone's
I'm
roughly
asking
the size
about?
they're supposed to be now. I'm going to clear off all your combat tracker stuff.
So for an hour there, those birds were just
Just tiny.
weirded out that the world was much bigger.
Yeah.
And just one normally sized bird with them.
There's like, the middle one got big. The rest of the world got big. What's happening?
All right, so Penelope got rid of the bell, so Penelope loses that benefit.
Yep.
All right, I think that's everybody's everything. Yeah,
That wasn't the initiative thing, was it?
it was.
Fuck. Oh well. It's okay.
You got a good thing for it. All of your attune effects are pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You still got to meet stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I just moved that effect over to Vivi. Now that she has a cowbell. Hooray.
Teehee.
All right, so yeah, like we said, that went forward. I believe some of you were planning on going by
That's cool.
botany.
Yeah.
Yep.
What is Penelope doing while they go to botany? Or are you going with them?
She's not gonna go to botany. She's just gonna chill back at the house until it's time to go to this meeting.
Okay. That is fair. Okay, we can go ahead and cover at least high level what goes on at botany, and if we need to go too deep, we'll pull up a map. But
Well,
all right, so what is your disguise for botany this time?
Are you just gonna polymorph?
yeah. He's gonna show up as Sunny Row.
Okay. And Dennis?
Janice isn't disguising.
She's not disguising?
Nope.
Okay. Derek is also going with you then. Just going as yourselves, but with covered ears, obviously.
Yeah. Since she wasn't in disguise when they met the not Irvine, and El-Melloi, figures,
And you were in disguise when you did your plant heist.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, fair enough.
She was an old lady.
And when you went to there the first time, you were pretending... You actually were a horse.
I was a horse.
You were pretending
I'm
to be a
doing
horse.
great.
She was a horse. Okay, so you don't have much trouble getting back to Kew Gardens, so what you doing?
Gotta go talk to Irvine.
So we're going to his greenhouse, basically?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, Anis is basically along to chaperone just to make sure that he doesn't get into any trouble and get captured. Or to recast polymorph on him if it drops for some reason.
Okie dokie. Let's see. That we actually just have a go-to map for, so sure, why not?
Ooh. I am a smart human now.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, wow. Searching for the word green is not a good idea. There's a lot of green things. Just dig out my actual campaign notes, because that map's been a while.
Oh, Anis is going to take
Oh.
the scrolls out of her bag of holding and leave them at the shop.
Fair. Let's see. Where'd the picture go? Greenhouse.
it.
There it is.
That too.
That was a while ago. You guys remember this map? Slow loading.
What if I said no?
It would be fair, because your character's only been there once.
Yeah, that's accurate.
It is a
It's
black
black.
void for me.
Because
I
I need
remember
to add
this.
your tokens to it.
Hey.
Merlin.
Because Merlin is
Merlin.
creepily everywhere.
Well, here we are at this greenhouse we have never been to.
At all.
Never been there ever at all.
Not at all. Wee.
The door? Is this the door? What's
Totally
it-
not over here.
Just going way too far in the opposite direction. Like, I don't know. I don't even know what a greenhouse is.
What is the
Get
That's a
greenhouse?
lie, and you know it.
Says the druid. All right, let me get him on here too, because he is here.
Yeah.
So what else is he gonna do?
Oh, I would
that's
have had
fine.
him come along, perch in a tree nearby, but his token doesn't have to be on there unless it's important that it is.
Sure.
For
If
some
you
reason.
need it, I'll drop it in.
Have him on the lookout duty. Because I still do not trust this motherfucker.
I mean, that's understandable. All things considered.
My pure 20 rolls tell me otherwise.
There he is. Sitting over there at his table when you arrive.
Oh, if I see him, is he at the table? Okay, yeah, we made it there. Like,
Well, first of all, is the
he
door
would have
locked?
been like,
The door is
like,
locked.
got there. He went like waving through,
He sees you.
and
Hops
then
up,
runs around
walks
to the side.
over. Opens the door. What the hell was that?
That
Is
was
that
me. I'm so sorry.
Okay. No, it was
I'm
just
gonna-
really funny because that was the noise that I heard when Aiden went charging inside, and I'm like, oh, this went in a different direction. Hold on, let me get some combat stats up.
That's the noise of the door, just like notwithstanding the force of his charge.
Behold the centaur battle cry.
As she's walking through, I would like Annis to look around and just see, like, I know we got all the blights, but just
We're doing
make sure there
double
aren't any
checking.
blights hiding.
I'm gonna put it on mute.
You're good. It was just
I'm also-
funny.
I'm also gonna step away for a minute.
That's also fair.
Yeah.
Okay, Annis can do
I was-
perception.
Honestly, I was thinking the same thing, so thank you.
Like, we didn't miss any. No new ones have grown. 14?
You don't see any blights.
Cool.
Hello, Mr. Irvine.
You're also
sir.
aware that you can't generally see blights until they move, but you don't see any
Yeah.
blights.
Hello?
Sorry, that is me coughing.
Oh, okay. I was like, is he asleep? Standing up?
Right, hello. Welcome to my greenhouse. As you can see, it is somewhat barren.
I don't know, I think it's pretty nice. Look at all these green leaves. These plants.
Yeah. Guess I'm somewhat lucky that at least the help seemed to have kept things wet while I was gone. You know, after
Yeah.
you guys left, I was given a fun story by Mr. El-Melloi II. Turns out I'm a snowman or something.
How are you taking that?
Best I could, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Still me.
Yes. Okay. Well, okay, that's good. I don't say it matters because it's your feelings.
I mean, it's good to know, just in general, on account of, like, using the magecraft that's just gone then, so just better know that now before I start casting spells willy-nilly like a fool.
Yeah. No, that's really important. I did have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember where you woke up at all? Mr. Irvine?
Where I woke up after my long break, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
said
do.
I don't mean to be insensitive, but could you tell me where that was?
Yeah, I woke up here. It's a sub-basement.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's a whole floor under this.
Oh, can you show us?
I mean, why would I show you my workshop? It's not much to it. It was really just me down there. It was like a pod.
I would have never guessed there was a basement under here.
Yeah,
That really was.
that's what's. It's crazy. Like,
Good job hiding it.
No, I
and you just.
guess I do what I can. Or at least original me did.
Hey. And he like puts his hands on his cheeks. You are amazing in your own right. Don't think of yourself any less, okay?
I don't.
Good.
I'm an
Just want to
exact
make
copy
sure.
of me before, and therefore I'm exactly as amazing as I was before.
Oh, okay, good. He's got confidence. Excellent. So,
Just have to wear mittens now, I guess.
it's what?
Just have to wear mittens now.
Oh yes, those are important. What do you remember? I mean, I know you said you don't remember much prior. You said you remembered from his memories that he talked to this old tree and that you were gonna go, but he went instead. Do you remember seeing a shadow by any chance when you were in Scandinavia?
Not particularly. Mostly I remember it was just another expedition like I tend to do. With this time around, I went with the law group instead of the archaeology group. We went off into Scandinavia. It was a bit of a roundabout trip. Went off the path, so to speak. And anyway, they took us to this place. We went through a bit of a tunnel. Kind of had a weird Lost World vibe to it. Once we went through it, there was a bunch of plants. We ran across this big tree thing. I knew something was up, but I wasn't entirely sure what. Decided it was weird, so I bugged out for a little bit, and that's the last I saw.
So the lore group specifically went. They already knew about this portal, this place. Did they already know about the tree?
I don't think they already knew about anything. I think they were looking in to see what they could find.
Okay, so it's their first time through. Okay, but they had gone through. They'd already been through. Okay,
They went through when I did, yeah.
and you didn't see any shadows when you were inside this place, not by the tree.
Not that I can remember. I mean, I don't have the best memories right now, in case you couldn't tell.
No, yeah, that's okay. I just wanted to double check in case you potentially did remember.
Not coming to mind. For the most part, it was a strange place. I thought it was some kind of weird bounded field effect, like the sky was some weird colors and some other things were going on. But you know how sometimes you go into an environment where they change the lights for the plants to grow different? I kind of thought it was something like that.
Understandably. Out of character.
Mhm.
When Lucretia showed everyone, like when she did the whole like, oh, his eyes are different with Scribe and kind of like went forward and was like, these are his eyes. This is what like origin eyes look like. I didn't catch because he understood what an origin was. He rolled high enough.
Yeah,
Does he know what those eyes look like?
it's not something that he can see.
Okay. Okay.
She's got a special disposition for
I-
seeing some details.
That's what I wanted to double check.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, because I am locked out of my actual abilities that would help me sense anything on him, he'd have to go off of just pure fucking straight seeing.
Mhm.
This is painful. Okay. Do you, I mean, like, what are your plans? Are you wanting to stay here and continue?
Might as well. I mean, it's work. Like, none of my goals have changed. I just have a different capability for the moment. Like, I can't do anything too extreme. I might have to take on an intern or a TA to handle some of this stuff for me, I guess.
Do you think the school won't mind? Like you mentioned they had people watching you and
Oh, they're still watching me. If you squint a little bit, you can see there's some guy with a telescope way over there pointing it over my way like some kind of voyeur.
oh, gonna look that way.
Yeah, give me your D20 perception check.
Oh, not
You
bad.
see a slight sparkle in the distance as the sunlight hits something several hills over. That'd
Is
be
it
it right
like
over there. They're just being creepers.
they're not like mean to you, are they?
No. First I thought they were just being weird, but now I get it. They want to make sure I don't wander in anything I'm not supposed to and accidentally get myself melted. Probably want to know a bit more about what I saw before on account of how many people from that, Department of Law disappeared and didn't come back. Probably think I killed them and took their power or something until they found out I was a snowman.
Okay, so they didn't come back. Okay.
Well, to my knowledge,
That's
they didn't come back. The
oh,
first place I went when I woke up was back over there because I thought we were going to head out for the expedition soon, but no one was
oh,
there. The whole damn place was empty.
oh.
Started asking me questions about what happened to them, and I didn't know. Like, it's a weird one.
Understandably. Okay, so they were gone. Okay. Another question is you work in botany and this is kind of like uh, s- you had like really cool research. Um, I was curious. Did you are you the one that like created the circuits on the plants?
Circuits.
Yeah, your plants have circuits here.
Oh, were you talking about those artificial ones that they're growing down in the way? No,
Yeah.
that's not me. That's someone else's project. Like they're trying to fake some historic extinct plants by essentially grafting some well, not quite magic circuits. You can't just graft those to things, but they're trying to artificially grow them in such a way that matches it. But I personally, I think that's a bit of a dead end. You can't just do that and expect it to work out. Like if they're not growing naturally, then you just get copies of something, which
Well,
bit
I
limited.
mean, it's not impossible, but I was told that the methods were crude and unimaginative.
Sounds like some of the proper critical eye.
Oh yeah, they're a bit critical. Do you would you know of anything that would stump somebody really smart, like an almost impossible thing?
Not sure I follow what you're asking. I mean, are you talking about like a Sudoku or something, or
Are those like near impossible to solve, but would keep somebody like thoroughly entertained and busy for a while?
I mean, there's plenty of stuff that people haven't figured out yet. If you're trying to inspire somebody, I guess you could hit that list. What are they interested in?
Ah, crimes against pretty much all beings, things that they should not be doing.
I mean, there's probably plenty of stuff that falls into that category.
And I want them to not do that. Like, do you know? I mean, you came from Sherwood, right? Or
Yeah,
know of?
I did some learning there.
Okay.
Before they excommunicated me.
Yeah, I don't think I truly agree, because you just said you wanted to share, like, medical stuff, and, like, you didn't want to share, like, what? Druid, uh, secret Druid language, right?
I wasn't looking to share the language, but like I shared some of the secrets. They're like in the sense of there's a lot of things that you learn. There's a lot of things that get passed down. The circles are very secretive. Otherwise, each druid would be on roughly the same playing field. Like, some of them specialize in wild shaping. Some of them make little fire monkeys that follow them around and throw fire poop at each other. Like, they all do different stuff, but they're very secretive about how they do it.
So it wasn't, like, anything crazy, though.
I mean, if you're asking if I taught people
Like,
how to do some of the special stuff that we pull off, like, I didn't teach anyone how to wild shape. That's a bit difficult to throw on
yeah,
somebody, but I did show how to do some of the spells. Certainly some spells that are done a bit differently. Like, it's a different basis. Instead of going off Seals of Solomon or anything, it's a bit more primordial.
that's not, like, if it's something that they already have, but, like, just a bit different, that's not, I don't think that's crazy. It's a bit
Well, they
exaggerated
disagreed,
for
and
being
then
that.
they kicked me out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not cool. Uh, well, I don't know how much you know about origins, but this person is plagued by one, and it makes them, like, really focus on things.
Wait, was it woken up? Do they know what their
Y-
origin is?
I don't know if they know, but it's definitely woken up, and, from what I've gathered, it's, like, creating things that have never existed before, and, it's not good.
Well,
I,
sounds like you probably need to put him down then, because it's not going to stop.
you don't think there's a way to reroute it at all?
I mean, guess it would depend. If their origin is making things that don't exist before, then you can't stop them from it, and eventually they're going to run out of good things to make, aren't they?
The Sudoku
Going to
won't
work with
solve
what they
it.
have,
Oh
but
boy.
you're also making an assumption that you know what the origin is, which is kind of hard to understand.
Mm.
And also how they're going to work with it. Like, it's not my area of expertise. There's probably someone way more experienced with that, but it's dangerous to have someone so single-mindedly obsessed. The parts of society that hold us together are not going to matter to them anymore.
Yeah. I was hoping there'd really be a way.
I mean, there might be. It's just not something I know. Like, if you have something that is of the utmost importance to you, to the exclusion of everything else about your life, then you're eventually going to pursue that at the expense of everything else in your life.
Yeah, I mean, like,
So, if that's what they're going to do, then no matter what it is, even the most well-intentioned thing, it's probably going to destroy them or someone around them eventually. We're not supposed to work that way. Like, I dare say the fact that we don't know what our origin is probably a gift. It allows us to do what we
yeah.
want instead of what we're made for.
Yeah, no, I agree on that. I've seen an origin awaken, or I guess people with awakened origins twice now, and honestly, it seems like a curse.
And something I would want for anybody.
No. No, I'm definitely of that same mindset.
Mind you, I don't even know if I have one right now. That's kind of a weird thing to think about in the bath later.
That's, yeah, I wanted to check, because to be honest, uh, from how I understand that, you are you, if you're an exact copy and Mr. Gilrath met the shadow, I don't know if that means that your origin would be awakened as well, but you seem okay. I just don't know.
It's a bit outside my pay grade as far as I can tell. Best thing for me is to come back here and get back to doing what I love, which is, well, all this, and he gestures around at the greenhouse around him.
Yeah.
That's how I spend the rest of my days there. Worse outcomes.
Yeah, taking care of plants isn't a bad thing at all. Plants are great.
What about you? What are you up to? What brings you here? Other than that
Well-
question about your friend's origin or whatever.
Well, I was hoping you might have, like, I don't know, something. You seem like a fairly smart fellow. And maybe had some inkling of. I mean, you gave me Sudoku. I just don't know if that'll work. Annis, where do I find a Sudoku?
Was Sudoku even like a popular thing back in 05?
I think so. I seem to, me, the human, remember it being in the college newspaper. Alexa, stop. No one asked you. Technology, everybody.
My other thing, I just, really wanted to check in on you and see how you were doing, and I wasn't sure if, like, you were concerned about the people watching you here, if you wanted to stay here.
I mean,
or
I'm not
if,
a big fan of them watching me, but they're going to do it no matter where I go. It's just the way it works now.
So even if you left Clock Tower, well, I guess they don't want you to leave Clock Tower.
They'd probably be a bigger pain in my ass if I tried to go, not to mention the fact that no shortage of druids that are pissed off at me, and I'm pretty confident I would be on the shit list of any number of other organizations. So, if I'm here, I've got my greenhouse, I can keep going. It's the best deal I got.
Well, to be technical, though, Mr. Gilrath was on their shit list. As you say it, you didn't do anything. I mean, you kind of carry the same beliefs, which is, I kind of...
Well, unless Mr. Gilrath wants to show up and take all of this back, I think it's going to be mine and my burden.
Oh. Mm-hmm. He's fucking sweating bullets. Trying not to fucking vomit.
He turns over to Annis. How about you? You want to give me a good slugging on account of all the stuff that the druids have had against me for a while now? Like, what would your people do if I left?
Well, I don't know what my people would do, but I feel like it was unfair of them. Sure, they had their reasons, but I feel like it was unfair of them to just kick you out and put you on the shit list, as you say.
Yeah. Look, let me put it to you like this, Aiden, friend. You did give him your name before, right?
Sunny Row.
Sunny, friend.
Yeah.
You don't want to be on the druid shit list because you're going to look over your shoulder at every butterfly, every lizard, every animal that walks by you for the rest of your life. As long as I'm here, they're not messing with me, so this works for me.
Well, to be truthful, I'm kind of already on their shit list. And the irony is that, I really couldn't learn to be a druid because of Gilrath. Would you teach me how to be a druid?
Bit of a weird one. You're trying to learn how to be a druid? And the druids aren't going to teach you?
Well, you see, they kind of they got really mad after the whole Gilrath situation, and they kind of hid secrets even harder than before, and I'm kind of unconventional, and I don't, as I mentioned, agree with all the things that they do, or the fact that they, don't want to touch metal at all. I mean, like gold and silver. Like, that's not bad.
Oh, you
I
mean that
also
whole
didn't
thing
start
about
off-
not wanting to sully their magecraft with manufactured materials or whatever? Yeah, that's a real high horse for them to sit on.
I mean, crafted by hand, so I never really understood why they got all upset about it.
Traditionalists.
But I'm a bit unconventional, and you're a bit unconventional, and honestly, I think I think it'd be nice to learn it from you, if you're willing.
And you want to learn some of the basics, I can tell you that, but I can't tell you what the circles do.
That's okay. I just, a foot in the door. I can eventually find a
You're
circle,
still gonna have to
maybe.
get someone who is in good standing if you ever want to take it anywhere. Otherwise, you'll just learn some real basic stuff. And I'm not gonna teach you how to turn into animals or anything. Like, there's some stuff I'm holding back, obviously.
Well, no. That's okay. I don't want to turn into animals. I want to be able to help heal things a bit better. The whole kind of like how the plants out there, except not augmented by circuits, just more nature attuned.
I mean, if you want to drop by sometime, I would be happy to give you a few lessons and a starting point. But again, if you actually want it to go anywhere, you're gonna need someone who's actually in good standing to bring you to a circle. Otherwise, you're just gonna know the bare minimum. It's more than just learning some spells and whatnot. It's actually a culture. It became abundantly clear to me when I left it.
I mean, I get that part. I don't think it's fair that you got cut out of it.
That's the world of secret societies for you. Start sharing secrets and you lose your society. I don't regret what I did. I learned a lot outside of being a druid. I made some connections that I think could work. There are some people out there who are a bit more open-minded about these things, and maybe I'll have a nice conversation with them one of these days if they'll give me the time of day.
Well, I am hoping that the world becomes more open and interconnected, and maybe in the not near, or far future, it'll be different.
It's a nice idea.
Yeah. Is it okay to visit sometimes?
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. Be me and the plants, and depending on how things go, I might eventually get some plants that can grow up into some more exciting company than what I've got right now. I mean, don't get me wrong. Cast the right spell, ferns have good comedy, but see what I can do about maybe getting some of those druid blight plans I had before going. Could be interesting.
I would not do that.
Oh?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Has someone tried that? Am I late to the game on this one? I missed so much in the last year.
I just, I wouldn't try it. I've had to tangle with quite a lot of blights over the past couple months.
Months?
It's only really been a couple months. They're not even wild beasts. They're just untamable. I wouldn't even bother with it.
Oh, it's making me hurt inside.
Not even if you try to, crossbreed them with something else? Because I was really hoping that I could bring back the dryads, if at all possible.
I mean, what in the world would you crossbreed with a blight to make a dryad?
That is a good
That's kind of the
question.
experiment, isn't it? I gotta find it out. Look,
It's a lot
blights
of
seem to be able to survive in the modern environments. So if you can find some remnants of something old, maybe I could make something like that work. Find some old
You said you
seeds, some
can't.
old plants.
You said you can't leave Clock Tower, so I guess you would have to find someone to go out and find you blights to experiment on in the first place, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a struggle there. I've
Quite
been trying to make
dangerous.
some inroads with a few organizations that might be able to help out, or at least I was a year ago. See how much they're pissed off at me for not following up for a bit. Got a lot of mail to catch up on,
No. So, you got blights from people?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I could go get them myself. There's
That's
people out there that can help you find all kinds of stuff. Just have to be willing to play ball.
That's like a common thing?
Not too common. I did go digging a bit.
Oh,
Why, do you know a guy?
no?
It's a bit tough. You gotta find someone who's got access to things. You gotta make the right deals, do the right trades. It's a bit much of a spectacle.
And they
Out of character, I'm trying to remember what happens to the blights when we kill them.
What happens to them, like, normally, just like when you kill the ones in Germany?
Yeah.
I mean, they just die. Like,
But they leave behind a corpse. They
yeah,
don't
they leave
like.
behind like a husk.
But they
Gotcha.
don't leave behind the seeds like the ones that ours did.
Like, when you kill them, they're just like shriveled, rotted up stumps.
Yeah, but like, Aiden got seeds, so that's not actually normal. Then, is what you're saying?
You mean the seeds that he got from the ones in Sherwood?
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones in Sherwood were special.
Okay. Oh boy.
Like, just before you read too much into that, not special as in the like these could turn into dryad special, so much as
No.
they were very recently manifest in an area with very high mana.
Yeah.
So like the ones that Annis was encountering in Germany had been there for a little bit and grown the more normal way through the corruption related to the tree.
Okay.
The ones that you were encountering there were essentially summoned rather than grown properly. Like the whole thing of Clover overrunning the place was really
Yeah.
just a large scale summoning effect, not him actually growing and moving an army of plants in. He would not have been able to do that in the 1 hour he was there without you.
Yeah. That's just like, but there was like, the fact that like there were seeds left over is concerning. If somehow like potentially that could happen again, like those seeds would actually need to be maybe destroyed, or they're just there. Maybe we don't know.
Could be, yeah. I mean, like, you gathered all the Sherwood blights and burned them, minus the ones whose seeds you took, because they did the whole bonfire thing. But yeah,
He grabbed the seeds before they bonfired them.
correct. So, like, had other ones been there, then yeah, they would have seeds in them. In that instance,
Yeah.
that said, you can also kind of piece together the fact that Gilrath has connections with lore and archaeology, and he's been on a number of expeditions, so he probably knows some people involved in some of these things anyway, and could maybe get them through other means, which is sort of what he's telling you now.
Yeah, that is exactly what I was trying. I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
you've got people.
I'm only saying it more overtly because I don't want to send you off on a wild goose chase when really it's just the weirdness of a setting.
Yeah. He's just like, oh, that's delightful to know.
Yeah, there's all kinds of black market stuff in the world of mages.
Yo. Good to know. All right, to the black market, baby. Yeah, so I mean, his biggest thing was making sure he's okay, taking things well. Like, double checking for the blights in there was definitely a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Sanus have any questions for him?
Not really.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I guess that covers everything.
Yeah, then yeah, drop
Sorry
by
about-
whenever you like. I'll be here.
Okie dokie. We have a good day.
You too.
Wee.
Derek is like, I have nothing to contribute to any of this. I am here to punch
And-
people if I need to punch people.
If Penelope were there, she would have ended the conversation with "Stay cool."
Annis
Don't be
was
nasty.
that
No,
I didn't
it was a pun.
and captured or something.
Ugh.
Oh god. It's like as they're
Stay
kind of like
frosty.
Hey, oh my
Thank you,
God.
Will. Thank you.
I'm
At
there
least
with you.
somebody appreciates my work.
Yeah, as you're leaving, you notice that twinkle in the distance of that
Exactly what I wanted to.
telescope is looking at you for a second, and then it seems to shift back to him.
I was like, I'm looking at that fucking scope.
Yep. He is
What
definitely under
direction?
observation, and all of you are seen here.
I Sunny Row, baby, with my Spice Girls hoodie.
Sunny Row with the Spice Girls hoodie
Spice
and
Girls hoodie.
Annis and Derek as Annis and Derek.
Also with Spice Girl hoodies for some inexplicable reason.
Absolutely. Yeah, like when they start to leave. Oh, he's got to grab a. Oh, wait, before he goes, hold up. Sorry, I take that back. Rewind. Runs back. By the way, Sir Gilrath, Mr. Irvine,
Yes.
do you have a plant that I could like, or can I have a plant from botany?
What kind of plant?
Like another one with circuits. Like
I don't
like
have
a
any of those. I've never
Cephalosaurus.
grown them. I grow normal stuff, yeah.
Well, like you're like a not professor, and I feel like if you were like to like I don't know, if you just like picked one up, it'd be fine, right?
I mean, if you're looking to get some, they do grow them out there. And he points in the direction that you know is where you stole them from before. I wouldn't really appreciate you taking them, but it's a big forest, so to speak.
I figured you would be allowed to.
No, they're very
That kinda
picky. Like, mages don't like to share.
Oh. Well, I mean, if you're pointing me that way, I'll go that way. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Gotta get
Are you guys gonna plant ice too, Electric Boogaloo?
Plant ice, baby. All right, Annis. I need a plant. And I am locked out of all of my abilities.
Why? Why do you need a plant?
I gotta keep Shalara busy while we deal with this boat.
What Irvine said. I don't think Sudoku is not going to work.
Well, I already told her I'd bring her another plant. And she is looking forward to another plant.
I am not going to help you steal a plant from botany. As far as they're aware, I'm still in good standing with them. More importantly, we've been seen here now.
You think we can just ask somebody? Yeah, like
I don't think
one
they're going to
plant.
give you their plant.
Maybe like a leaf clipping. Not a whole plant.
They're growing these plants as part of experiments. The fact that one already got taken probably means that they've increased security on all of them.
Okay, well, I guess Sudoku it is. I need your help finding a Sudoku.
Sudoku is not going to work. Sudoku is a puzzle.
Oh.
Any newspaper. It's going to keep her busy for all of 5 minutes if she's that smart.
So smart.
I did look it up, and actually it did start appearing in newspapers in 2004, so...
Shit, nice.
Yeah, I remember them from when I was in college. Because I'm old now.
Just have her solve one of the little like Cracker Barrel peg puzzles.
Oh
That
my
does not take
God.
long at all.
Okay,
don't
look.
you dare.
Look.
Well, I'll figure out something. We did at least learn that he has like he's like gonna talk to them as they like leave there. And it's like, well, we did learn that Or absolutely, definitely knew about this portal before.
You wanted to go, drop in on Lord El-Melloi II, too, didn't you? Maybe he'll have
Yes.
some other insight.
Yes. Can we do that?
How long do
we
we
have a
have left on the polymorph?
Potion. Yeah.
I mean, you've used up most of your hour already. You've had to get to
Yeah.
this part of it.
Do you have another potion by chance?
Well, I do, and I can also cast polymorph a couple of times on you, if
Okay.
needed.
Yeah.
So I came
Alright,
along, just in case you tripped over a rock and fell into your horse form or something.
Oh, that would be really bad with that guy over there. He just like a little like nudge that way. Okay, yeah, if we have like a quick moment just to ask him a few questions, that would be great. Like they'll be quick.
Who knows? Maybe he'll know more about origins or something.
about this sequence of numbers. Seems like a numbers kind of guy.
So how far away is Botany from modern magecraft?
It's a bit of a walk. You might want to just get out of here while you're still a horse and then sneak around in horse mode till you get closer.
That's what I was thinking. I guess we can say that I have the horse head in the bag of holding.
Sure.
I'll find some shady alleyway.
Didn't she put it in the bag of holding at 1.2 when we went to the cafe?
Probably.
It makes sense.
If I could squeeze it through the opening of the bag, it should fit in there, no problem.
Yeah, we do the thing.
Okay.
It's Sir El-Melloi time.
Shazam. I am not going to bother pulling up his office map, but we know you're there.
Fine. Yeah. How it's kind of like.
Okay, so yeah, you get there during office hours. I'll just advance the clock accordingly.
Yeah.
Are you on your second potion?
Yeah. Hello,
Alright,
Sir El-Melloi the second. Number 2.
Might as well pull up his image. Why do I have 2 of these? I don't remember. Anyway, there he is. Enjoy.
What a handsome fellow.
He is aged special.
Like fine wine.
He's 29.
I know. He has seen some things.
Sure has.
Yep.
He's been smoking hard, too. Poor Waver. Fate in a nutshell. Poor Waver.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, you find him during his office hours.
Yeah. Hello, Sir El-Melloi the second.
You're Sunny Row.
Yes.
Same outfit and disguise that you were in the day before?
Yes, absolutely. Spice Girls, baby.
Right.
I've got one pair of clothing, and it is Spice Girls.
Fair enough. Oh, to you again. Hi.
Hello,
Welcome.
yes.
Come on in. Welcome to office hours.
Thank you.
How can I help you? What would you like to know about? Does this involve something that will take up all of my time, or should I expect that I can actually help my actual students as well?
I mean, I'm one of your students,
You do not pay tuition to Clock Tower.
but you gave me books.
That does not mean you pay tuition to Clock Tower.
Well, I have a few questions. I don't think they'll take long. Remember that homework?
The
It's like-
stuff that the Dead Apostle gave you.
Just slides out the scroll. Perfect. And he puts down the Polaroid, and he puts down the numbers. So I've got some numbers. I learned about a Fibonacci, and there's like 3 different languages in here. And if you just fold all these together, it makes those numbers. However, that's a lot of things I don't know. Do you happen to know any of these 3 languages?
He looks over at Annis.
Over Aiden's shoulder, she's mouthing, "I'm so sorry" to him.
He sighs and he looks down at it, and now he's gonna roll.
Get these numbers. I don't know their pattern, but they
Oh.
speak to me.
Can we slightly retcon and say that while she was out getting potion ingredients, she stocked up on some of Waver's favorite things from that list that Gray gave her?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's
that's
just
totally
gonna
cool.
periodically reach into her bag of holding and pull out a thing and put it on his desk and slide it over to him, and then
Yeah,
do it
she-
again in about 5 more minutes.
Okay.
The longer it goes on with Aiden, the more gifts she gives him.
Annis is like, I've got you. I'm gonna pee.
Yeah, he as he's looking over this thing, and Anna slides over stuff, he nods. He says, Right, so this has got stuff in a few different languages. This looks like it
Primadoro.
got some...
Two gods. And something arcane, like clock towery.
Yeah, this over here is arcane, this part over here, and he's just pointing in multiple places each time he says these things. This part's arcane, this part over here looks like it's a bit more divine, and this part down here is primordial. This other thing over here, I don't know what it is, but I'm sure it's important. And based on your... See, so from the Polaroid, it looks... Oh. Huh.
Huh?
How did you get this
Seems
picture
like-
taken?
Well, there's this box thingy with a knob.
No, it's a camera, but like how did he take the picture? Like, I'm assuming you didn't take this. Like, how did he get this thing, points at the scroll, to look like that?
So, are you talking about the folding that he did? Well, he did that, and then he had me hold it. Oh, he held it in a mirror, and then angled it.
Okay, so he
Like this,
pulls
and
out
like-
a mirror as well that he just has on him because that's how he gets his hair so luscious. And
Hell yeah.
he starts angling it at... Okay. All right, so starting to see why this thing is so complicated. This thing right here that he gave you is not flat.
Not flat.
The scroll is flat, but what he put on it wasn't. There are things that you can only see from certain angles because this is a flat rendition of something in 3 dimensions.
What? Like, do I have to fold it some more then? Like, fold it to each language? Or do
It's
they
a
have to
little more
stay
complicated
together?
than that, unfortunately. So he
Or maybe
he
that's what
holds
the
it
directions
up
are for.
in front of the light in the room, and when he does so, you can see that while the parchment itself is pretty thick, the outlines within the text stand out, like against the backlighting. Like it's easier to see with backlighting.
Oh.
You see how this works? Watch this. You don't mind, like this is pretty durable, right? Seems pretty durable to me. Good.
I
So he
think
pinches
so.
it in the middle and he pulls it out like it's a cone. And then he holds that up to the light, and when he does so, you can see the light refracting through the paper, changes the shapes on it at this new angle, and you can see lines that were previously disparate are now connecting to one another into new shapes and new letters and new symbols.
Oh. Oh, shit.
Yeah, there's a whole lot going on here. Do you know... Of course you don't, but... Zelrich, the wizard marshal, do you know what else they call him? The second magic?
I can't remember if he learned in character. I think he learned in character, and I don't remember by who. I told him that he makes his students sick.
Okay. Yes. Right. Yeah, you definitely know that. He's known as Zelrich, master of the second magic, kaleidoscope. As in the refraction of light through a tube to create new images that adjust as you turn them.
So, if I take a kaleidoscope and stare at this, would I know more?
More, this has got the complexity of a kaleidoscope. What you're going to find is that this document that he's given you has levels of information that will only be visible when you view it from certain angles in certain ways with backlighting. This looked like it was one document that was dense before, but this is probably several pages of information that you have to look at the right way to put it together. But I have no idea what way or what order or what fashion you're supposed to do that in.
What about, would the order be the directions here with the numbers? It seemed like directions.
He takes a look at the list that you were given before, and I'm going to make him roll.
Let me get one step closer, baby. Please. Anna, sorry, pass some more tea.
Annis just reaches into her bag, pulls out another thing, slides it across. And while she's in here, she's not going to snoop, but she's definitely looking around and seeing if she can take note of the things he has in his office.
Okay.
The closest I've ever been on this homework, and I've worked on this for months. 7 days in character, but months.
Okay, Aiden, how much do you know about geometry?
Hold on, what would I roll for geometry?
It's pretty much most of the stuff is going to boil down to history checks for you. Like, what have you been taught?
Hey, I'm a human right now. I got a base 20. Let's go, baby. A 9.
You know that geometry is math with
Shapes.
shapes, and that a lot of it has to do with how different elements of shapes relate to one another.
That. Oh, well, okay. So there are numbers there, and there are elements over here too that were related that were in the list. And geometry shapes, but I don't think I'm amazing at it.
Right, so what you're going to do is when you leave here, you're going to go to a store.
Yes.
And you're going to buy a thing called a protractor.
A protractor.
And you're going to use the protractor to measure the angles of this piece when we pull it into a cone like I'm doing right now.
Okay, hold up. I'm making notes. In my mind. Okay, protractor. He said make angles.
Yeah, so from the end of it, using the fold as your starting point, you'll notice these numbers down here, they go up to 360. They're never bigger than that. Those are the angle that you have to look at this thing at in that order. This thing right here that we're holding is 360 pages long, and that's the order you have to view them in.
360 pages long. Okay. So there's 360 degrees and 360 pages long.
And that's the order you have to look at the angles in.
The list right here is the order?
This right here appears to be the order.
Okay. What about the elements that are next to it? Or on this list? Because there are elements.
I can't read the languages at play here. But I think that when you line them up like this, they're no longer a bunch of random things stirred together. When you look at this way, he bends it in one angle. This whole page is in what I assume is primordial. When I hold it this way, it's more divine script. When I hold it this way, it's more draconic. I can't read the language, but I can recognize the characters. But if you could get together an understanding of these languages, you could probably read this in the proper order. I would recommend you invest in a bit of language comprehension, transcribe it all into one language you can understand, and then study that instead of the scroll itself.
I know Draconic, but hold up. Put it back right now, please.
He bends it back to the one that was Draconic.
He starts reading it. I was like, hold on, I'm pretty sure I know Draconic. That was, had to double check, and he's just like, he is honing in.
Okay, so when you get to that one, matching up the number for this one to the angle that he's holding it at, you can't really do exactly because you don't have a protractor right now.
Yeah.
But you get the impression that you are reading, this whole thing is a narrative. There's a story going on throughout all of this.
Oh.
And you're getting a page of a very long story. And it is a story that, from context, reading of it right now, this is a story being told by the centaur Chiron about his experiences, essentially in Greek mythology. But throughout this story, what little bit you can piece from this draconic part right here, he seems to be describing the methodology that he used as a healer to treat the wounds of someone. You don't have context, so he's not at the beginning of the story. But you're getting the impression that maybe this is essentially his medical textbook.
Sir, you have opened my eyes so wide right now. Annis, Penelope's good with languages, isn't she?
I mean, sure. She just hands over another gift.
We gotta
At this
go
point,
back.
he has quite the stack of special cigars and import video games.
Sir, thank you for your time. I may have other questions. My brain there's too much going on. I gotta go back. Oh my gosh.
Pace
You
yourself.
have a great day.
Listen, pace yourself. The person who gave this to you has turned many promising mages' minds into slush as they try to keep up with him. Do not rush this. If you do it too quickly, you could ruin yourself. This is meant to be studied for a time, not read in a day.
I still want to do homework today, please and thank you.
Annis, you can tell from the look on his face that he knows full well this centaur is about to go melt his own brain, and he's just sighing, but letting it happen.
Well, thank you for that. I had a couple short questions for you before I have to...
Sure.
Would you mind going and making sure he doesn't run into a wall or something?
It's too late. The wall is there.
Derek is going to follow him out and do what he can.
So my questions are actually going to be short. Do you know anything about origins?
The origins of all living creatures tie back to the root, the source of everything. Essentially, your origin is what your purpose in the world is, not that we necessarily ever live up to that. It's
So
what we're made from.
If someone had their origin awakened, there's no way to reverse that, correct?
I've not heard of it being done. Like, awakening someone to an origin brings about an obsession. I think trying to put that back into who they were before would be like trying to give someone a lobotomy.
Gotcha. So if they had a very destructive origin, the best thing to do would just be to take them out. Not try and redirect their tendencies to something else.
If they've got a destructive origin, then they will destroy so long as they exist. It's possible, again, through the power of brain damage or something, you might be able to stop it, but they're no longer going to be the person they were before.
Gotcha. Alright.
Again, I've never heard of anyone being able to get that under control.
That's what I figured. I'm trying to remember if I had any other questions.
I had briefly, as you mentioned that, remembered another question, and I can't now. Like, I lost it again. I was like, oh yeah, that was one of the questions. He did get very excited about this fucking scroll. Oh boy.
I know you were gonna ask about the scroll and then the origin.
There was one more thing. Oh, I can save it for later. But he like runs back to the room. He's like, wee. By the way, can I like join one of your classes? I have those books, but I had like questions and stuff like that.
If you'd like to actually sign up and become one of my students, you'll have to put in the work.
Well, yes. I don't have money though. That seems to be like a concept here. So I don't know. I don't know what to
with the
give
clock
you.
tower. It's somewhat expensive. I know from first-hand experience. I am in a lot of debt.
I don't know what to give you. Money's kind of not like a thing where I'm from? We can like barter our services.
You'd have
Add a
to bring
bunch
that
of
up with
holy water.
admissions, but in my experience, they tend to want money if you're from a nice family, or they want you to convince them that allowing you in will be good for the reputation of someone willing to sponsor you.
Oh, this is a double side. Oh, Annis, this stinks.
Yeah, welcome to Mage Society.
Like, are they super gung-ho on the killing, not like human-y people? Wouldn't their reputation be great if like they had some less human-y people?
I think they would absolutely love to take you apart and see how you work.
Yeah, in a very literal way. Like
Dang
Shalara,
it.
probably.
Sudoku won't work.
Sudoku?
Yeah. I'm trying. I was really hoping I could find a way to keep her busy just at least a little bit longer. You see, her origins awakened.
Oh, that's
it's
what you
not-
were talking about. Yeah,
Oh,
if someone has a destructive origin and it's awakened, then that's the danger you're going to face around them, and they should probably be isolated at the very least.
well, they're
It's a dangerous obsession.
currently isolated. It's just, I don't know how long that's gonna hold out for. And if there's no, I was gonna go back and check in, and because there's someone there that's stuck with her currently that needs help. And
If you've got a friend who is stuck with someone with a destructive origin that is awakened, you should get to them as soon as possible, or get someone who can help them, or sadly turn and walk away from this and never look back, because it will not be pretty.
it's a lot more complicated than that. I can't. This friend has already been altered, and I'm trying to help them get back. Or, if they want to pass peacefully, that is their option. However, I needed to medically treat them for the time being so they could make that decision, which I'll be finding out tomorrow. Either way, she's probably not going to be very content with the fact that potentially she may not have this friend around anymore. And I've run into the issue of, well, if we do have to make her pass peacefully, your cousin's not currently nearby.
I know.
And I know Freddie means a lot to you and you want to get that done first. So I need something to keep her busy at least.
I'm not helping you steal a plant.
I need something. Anything. If we're going to the boat first, I gotta work with something. Oh, that's where we're at currently. Unless you plan on going, like, arms a-blazing tomorrow.
She's already looked at one plant. Another one is not going to help.
Either way, I still have to go back there. Oh, that doesn't change. That he walks out.
Well, it's just slides another gift across the table. We'll try not to bother you too much more.
Just keep an eye on your friend before he does something stupid.
Oh, and you should probably know that there's going to be... Did we tell him already that there was a Grail War, or were we just kind of alluding to it?
I feel like you told him, but I don't remember at this point. It's also kind of late, so my brain's not clicking.
Yeah.
I feel like you told him.
Yeah, we'll try not to bother you too much more.
It's the nature of education. There'll always be someone with a question and an answer they're not quite ready to take. But regardless, I'll work with what you will. This is office hours. If there happens to be a line of students sitting outside waiting to go next, you could send in the next one. Unless it's flat, in which case you can tell him I've moved to another country and he'll have to find me.
Will do. Oh, and she reaches into her bag and pulls out one more thing. It's like a thing of chocolate. These are for Gray.
I'm sure she'll appreciate that greatly.
And Ennis will leave and see if there is in fact a line of students.
You see a few students, but none of them are like the ones who really stood out to you from before. You get more of the vibe that this is just like the normal students.
And none of them are flat.
None of them are flat. You don't see flat. You don't see
what's her name?
Luvia or any of the others.
Luvia.
You just see like normal students.
Okay. So yeah, Ennis will just kind of like gesture to the first kid in row to go on in, and then she will try and catch up with Aiden.
Yeah.
It's not that hard because Aiden's having trouble with having 2 legs and not being able to walk on the wall.
Oh yeah, absolutely. 2 legs are still a challenge.
All his favorite shortcuts don't work.
It's true.
Relatable.
All right, let's get you out of here before you spontaneously turn back into a horse in the middle of the tower.
Yeah. Especially since they won't sponsor me. They're not really open to that.
Gotta have money. Also, I don't think that they would accept you on account of the fact that you don't have a mage background.
But I do magic.
You don't have a long mage family that they're aware of already.
Well, that's dumb.
Yeah, it's a bit of an unfair prestige thing.
You're also not human. She says that quiet.
Yeah.
Also, you would not be able to just keep taking potions to be here, and I don't think they would. Like, Vivi still has to disguise herself to come here.
That's true. Tell Felix to hurry up with them. They're like, Felix, get everybody together faster. I'll put him down over here with y'all. So yeah. He's asked his questions. He definitely wants to get with Penelope at some point.
Penelope will have her meeting. We'll do that between sessions just so that next time we can... I guess you need to decide what you're doing in terms of your cave visit, if we're going to do that in between. Like your social hour visit.
Has to.
So there's a day, so it's Tuesday right now, so there's Wednesday, and then Thursday night we're getting on the boat.
Yep.
As long as we had time to recover and didn't, die fighting Shalara, I think we could probably just gather people and go in and take her out. We would obviously be able to use the paladins, but we know enough powerful people.
Well, Lucretia has to go there anyways with him, because that was like their whole thing was, I need to talk to the dead body. Yeah, but she's also already in Scandinavia.
She is now busy because you gave her something else to do.
Yeah. Well, I thought she was going to go with him to talk to the body, get the exact location, but I guess she's kind of hunting on her own.
She's on a clock now that she wasn't on before. She's got to get there first.
That is fair.
She's doing her own National Treasure side quest now.
Hey, Well, at least she knows that she can get with the paladins and not be like by herself, because that is concerning.
Yeah.
And now he's giving her the heads up that they are also already there.
Yeah, their OVA will be quite exciting and have a higher budget than the rest of the show.
From your end, it'll just be a bunch of roles that you'll tell about us later, maybe.
I mean, you'll find out what happens.
Unless we go to Scandinavia. Let's ditch
No.
You don't know
Scandinavia.
where in Scandinavia it would not work.
Not to like talk to the
Scandinavia.
dead body.
Can't be that big.
Oh my
Look,
god.
I got a dead Irvine to talk to, okay?
Oh my god.
But I like before Penelope does go, like I will say that he puts a death ward on her, just
Hooray.
on her. Yeah, so she is protected.
Does she get her headband back?
Yes, she does get that back.
She's like, good, I'm gonna wear that to this meeting.
Good. You're
All
now
right, since
protected.
you're having that cast on you, I'm going to tell you what it does for later. So,
Okay.
the first time you would drop to 0 HP as a result of taking damage, you go to 1 HP instead.
Mm.
And if something would kill you instantly without dealing damage, it does not.
Cool.
Someone tried to power word kill you. No.
Specifically, those two things will not kill you. If either thing is prevented, the spell ends. So you don't get it twice. And getting down to 1 HP is still not great, but you're not dead.
True. Thank you, Aiden.
He's just like, I gotta keep you safe.
I don't think I'm gonna die at this meeting, but I
Well, you were
appreciate
worried.
the gesture.
Yeah, you were worried, so I was like,
Oh no,
this is-
I'm worried about the boat.
Oh, well, I mean, I can cast that there too, so no worries. And also, I'm gonna need your help later.
Oh, okay. With what?
Languages.
What languages?
A lot of them. More.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
You're good at reading. I'm good at talking. I'm not good at reading.
I'm gonna check and make sure. Do you have something written down?
Pulls out the scroll. You see.
Oh.
I need a protractor.
Okay, well, I'm not good at math.
Well, okay, so it's okay. So what?
And
this
do you
list
know if
was?
this is like coded messages?
It's a story. I can tell you more about it. Yeah, but it's. I don't want to keep you if you wanna leave.
A medical textbook? It's a relic of Chiron. Like, you know.
So that's I say, because that's something he read, because he didn't say that out loud.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, that was in Draconic. Yeah. I just was like, I looked at the
Okay.
time and I was like, I can sidewall this with the three of you, just like a little side chat. I wasn't sure if we want to like.
We can use the lunch thoughts chat.
Yeah, because I was like, oh shit,
should be
it's
good.
11:33. How are the people feeling?
Yeah, you're pretty late. So you can start looking at that. We're pretty much done for here, but I think the plan will be between now and next session. Penelope will have her dinner, and you'll get caught up on that. And then based on what you decide to do as a group out of game, next time we will either pick up with a raid on Shalar's Cave in Sherwood, or we will jump ahead to getting on a boat.
Boat.
That
I mean,
said,
what?
here's some pictures of the two people that Penelope will run into at dinner.
Oh dear.
A flirty girl and a charming girl. Ooh.
Oh no.
Penelope's about to have more waifus.
And I was literally thinking the same thing. I was like, oh no, time to add to the pile of 5.
I mean
that's
charming
up to
girl
you,
is up her alley.
Oh no.
Those are the two people that are waiting when you get to dinner, and you'll get more context on who they are later.
Okay.
Get girl harem everywhere. I love this
Oh,
sweater.
jeez.
Picture of fun.
And I am sending
Yo.
this to you because I found a good sheet that actually covers like everything.
Alrighty, well, that is going to wrap us up for tonight because it is late. I am sleepy, and I think everyone else is sleepy and or sick and or ready to go. So
Yep.
And some of us are a combination of all three.
that's true.
Some of us are very excited to finally have more fucking clues, but acknowledge that it is 11:35 at night.
Yeah, something to run with.
I'm like,
All
I
right,
mean, it's 9:35 for me, but
well, that means I'll just text you.
you and your
so.
variable time zones.
yo,
Thank you.
it's like, where am I? I have no idea anymore. What time is it where I am? I still don't know.
I
Yeah.
am just so glad.
Daylight savings also.
Oh, yeah. It's
But
funny because like we gained an hour on Sunday or Sunday night only to lose it today.
Because of travel. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep, that would do it.
Like, god damn it.
That sounds right. Okay, well, good night, the internet. I'm going to hit some buttons
Good
now.
night.
Good
Enjoy
night.
your long episode.
Uh,
not that long.
yeah.